Uh, I want to butcher that. Awfully on. Great to see you. Guys, make sure you get us a thumbs up. Shout out to Mr. Awfully Cron, Robert A, all the moderators. Uh, Champlalo, great to see you. TJ McAvoy Jensen, great to see you. Um, this is gonna be a call-in show as well because I know a lot of guys want to call in, etc., etc. Shout out to Mr. Samuli, and we need to learn about how to be learn how to be good Pookies, Tyrones, and Chaz. Well, here's the thing, Miss Samuli. When you say and I get that question or that phrase a lot, man, I want to be like a Pookie. I want to be like a Chad or Tyrone. What you guys got to understand about Pookie, Chad, or Tyrone is two things or three things. The first thing is because I always hear guys say like, man, Pookie, Chad, Tyrone, and Ray Ray, they get all the girls. They don't get all the girls. They just get the more lower tier chicks, believe it or not. But if you want to be like a Pookie, Tyrone, and Chad, or Ray Ray, have that aura. Shout out to Mr. Jude Aurora. Thank you, brother. If you want to be like that guy, what needs to happen is you have to value yourself. See, one thing about Chad, Pookie, Ray Ray, and Tyrone is they care about themselves more than they care about women. This is why they're like, man, why are they such a bad boy? Women want to be around and be with guys and sleep with guys who care about themselves. Like, guys, I'm telling you, women don't value and like having sex with guys who are obsessed with them. It's just how it is. And the reason why guys can't fathom this is because you've been sold this lie. Shout out to Deshaun Bravado. Thank you, brother. You've been sold this lie that you got to care about women more than you care about yourself. Judah Ward, thank you for contributing. Love you, brother. Shout out to both of you guys. Guys, make sure you support the stream as well. So we're going to segue into that. Let's start the donation nice and early. Shout out to Mr. Deshaun Bravado. Guys, make sure you donate to the church, man. If you appreciate the content, and go ahead and become an Apex Predator, donate to the church. I'll put the links up as well. You can contribute via PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. All 100% proceeds will go to me. Also, if you have a question, I will answer your question if you contribute and donate to the church. Big shout out to Mr. Jeremy Warner. Great to see you. No, this is not the rabbit hole today. The rabbit hole takes a lot of work. Hakeem Andrews, hey, what's up? Great to see you, brother. Great to see all you guys. So when guys want to be this like Tyrone, Pookie, Ray Ray, what you're essentially saying is, I want to be dominant because the Tyrones and Chads, like y'all know how y'all send these different channels like, oh, he's a Chad. Yeah, he's a Chad because he's extremely confident and he's over cocky and over arrogant. This is why women like, oh, he's an a-hole. Yeah, women like a-holes. Women like cocky, over confident guys. Now you got to be able to back that up. But at the same time, women want to be with guys who love themselves first. It's just how the game goes. And too many guys, they can't fathom this. They can't believe. They're like, doesn't a woman want to be with a guy who gives her flowers? I just did a video on the main channel a couple days ago where a woman is making fun of a dude and saying, oh, he brought me 3 dozen roses, and she basically was like mocking him. Like, guys, I'm bringing you guys evidence. Everything I've been saying for years, now I'm bringing you guys evidence where these women are saying it verbatim. It's coming out of their mouth. They're telling you that they don't like the things that you do as far as being a nice guy. They don't like it. Yeah, even your good girls, all these good girls that you guys think, oh yeah, she's a good girl. These women aren't good girls. And we'll get into that. This is what this part of the sermon is for. Big shout out to Mr. Michael Silodica. A brother of mine has an online girlfriend that's been giving him attitude. I've tried to tell him to cut her off and he hasn't. It's pissing me off. See, here's the thing too, guys. You're going to have to just cut dudes off, man. Like, just straight up get rid of dudes. Like, man, I ain't talking, like, distance yourself from dudes who are beta and weak. And you'll notice your circle will be extremely small, but you'll have guys in it who bring you more value. Big shout out to Mr. Samuli. Thanks for the recap. There's no problem, Mr. Samuli. You have to love yourself the most. The best relationship that you will ever have with a woman is when she loves you and you like her. Now, a lot of you guys might say, that's crazy, man. You tell me I can love a woman? You can love her. I mean, if that's how you feel. Notice I said that's how you feel. The best relationship you will, excuse me, you will ever have with a woman is when you like her and she loves you. Notice the relationships that never last are the ones where you as a man, you love her more than she loves you, or basically you love her and she basically likes you. It never works out, guys. Am I right or am I wrong? Just look at all the relationships you've been in, or just in general. Like even look at Prince Harry and that other female, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Guess what? He loves her more than she loves him. You know how I know? Because he moved from his castle, from what he was doing as a man, from him building, from him having his life. He moved his life and structured it to be with her. Prince Harry changed his life to be with Meghan Markle. That's because he loved her and she likes him. This is why they're all in disarray. They're like, man, what the, like, and people are looking like, why the fuck, why did Prince Harry do that? That was dumb. Why would he do that? That's because he loves her. She likes him. Every relationship on this planet, listen, and the reason why women, that type of dynamic will never work, like when you love her and she likes you, or you can say, if you want to, be politically correct, you love her more than she loves you. The reason, he said, there's just said the F word, crap. I'm gonna have to edit that out so I can get monetized on this vid. But the reason why that will never work is because women, they don't know how to treat a man well when he loves her, when he's so giving. They don't know how to. They don't know how to. They don't know how to appreciate a guy who's giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. But as a man, I know how to appreciate a woman who is always giving to me. Because I'm not entitled and I have the mental capacity as a man to appreciate when people do things for me. You do as well. Every man in here does. But when you do something for a woman, it's like a black hole. It's like it's just going down the toilet. That's why they made that song out. Jennifer or Janet Jackson. She has that song, "What Have You Done For Me Lately?" That's how women think. This is why you should never love a woman more than she loves you. You should never give a woman more than she gives you. Because they have the mindset of, what have you done for me lately? And women always abuse men. Not physically. But they always abuse men, aka take advantage of men, who are always doing things for them. Haven't you guys noticed that? Big shout to GHK. Last night I was talking to a woman. She said, I have my fun. I'm getting to that age that I want a man to actually care about getting to know me. I'm 32 and depressed. I've had my fun. Yeah, man. These chicks, man, guys, y'all got to be on the lookout. I told you, shout to GHK. Thank you for contributing, brother. You guys got to really be careful because these women are like, oh, I have my fun. I'm looking to settle down. And you like, what the heck? I get sent all type of inquiries. Guys that still do online dating. They're like, yo, dearest, look at this. They email me screenshots of these different profiles. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Pregnant women on dating apps. A dude sent me an inquiry a couple days ago. I'm looking like a pregnant woman who's on a dating app. More like a woman who got a 2 month old child on a dating app looking for a real man. Like guys, women. That's why I tell you, you must love yourself more than you love a woman. Because if you don't love yourself as a man more than you love a woman, what a woman is here to do is to take advantage. We're gonna break all this down. This might have to go on the Patreon, so you might as well get on there. Join the Patreon right now. You got access to a ton of content. This is why when you see women on dating apps and they might be pregnant or they might have like a 2-3 month old, or like, oh, I got like a 9 month, a 6 month old, and they're saying I'm looking for a real man. What she's saying is I'm looking for a sucker. Or if a woman says I'm looking for a man to love me, you never hear a man that says I'm looking for a woman to love me. You like, dude, like it. And go back to what I was saying. A woman should always love you more than you love or like her. Because as a man, I'm looking for a woman to respect me. Yeah, basically, I'm looking for a come up. This is why you gotta watch, guys. If you love a woman more than you love yourself, they're guys. Women are opportunistic by default. They can't help it. This is how they're raised. I mean, this is ingrained in them. Every woman on this planet, your mother, your daughter, your aunt, your sister, your great 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 grandmother, they're opportunistic by nature. Now you don't need to hate them or get angry at them. You just know how you have to understand how to play the game. You got to understand women, because when you understand them, you won't get taken advantage of. Women are opportunistic. This is why you should never love them more than they love you. Now, you can have love for your woman. That's totally fine. I'm not saying you got to be like a diehard guy, like, yeah, man. But you better watch out how you love her. Now, preferably, you should like her more than you love her. But you better watch out as a man. If you're in a relationship or you might be married or dating or in the future, watch out how you love her. Watch the things you do for her. Because let's say hypothetically, I go out tomorrow with my main chick and I buy her 5 pairs of shoes. She's like, oh, thanks. Now in her mind, she's like, okay, what's next? Let's say my main chick, we go out tomorrow, she buys me 5 pair of shoes. I'm going to be extremely appreciative of those because I'm not entitled. I'm not an opportunistic individual. I don't operate as a man. Or I should say, a woman, when she says I want a man to love me, she says I want a man to pay for me and take care of me and do things for me. When a man essentially says, like, I don't know many men who said I want a woman to love me, but a love from a man is when a woman respects him. Like my main chick says, oh, I had a great time and everything. I love you. Okay. Listen, just keep respecting me. I don't care about that L word. Like straight up and down. No disrespect for her or treating her poorly, but I care about the respect, the R word. The love word means nothing to me. It's just a feeling. All it is a feeling. Women don't appreciate the sacrifices and efforts that you make. It's just how the game goes. This is why you got to know how to play it and you got to know what you're doing. Men, guys, let me tell you something, man. I have consultations with guys every week from all across the globe. That's why I kind of been on a bit of a hiatus, and I haven't been live for a week because I've been busy with consultations and inquiries and all these different things. Yes, if you want a consultation, I will charge you. Do not email me about your problems, your issues that you have with women. Yes, my services are not free. But I've been, these inquiries and consultations that I've had, majority of the guys, not all, but the vast majority, is coming from guys who are actually like doing so much for these women. They love them. I had a guy that spent like $40,000 in a year, straight up and down, man. I kid you not. Oh, forgive me. Check out your donation. Shout out to David Quadri. He says, I thought women love is unconditional, and women most of the time gets or marry the guy that loves her more. Yeah, and guess what happens? He gets treated poorly. He's a sucker. A woman's love is not unconditional. That's insane. Who told you? Is that are you phrasing that from like a something else, or are you like asking me that? David Quadri, thank you for the 5 shekel contribution. But a woman's love is never unconditional. Never. Like literally never. A woman's love is all conditional. They're always looking for you to spend, do something for them. Now, you can train a woman to not be like that. You can. You can train a woman to do more for you than you do for yourself. But I talk about it when I do consultations and when I'm more on the Patreon. That's next level game there. Shout out to Young Viking 5151. Thank you for contributing 5 shekels. We having a flurry of 5 shekel contributions and from you guys. Shout out to DHK. Keep supporting me. I know I ain't been live in about a week, but I've been really busy doing consultations and just doing a lot of different things for the channels. Go ahead and support me. If you'd like to contribute via PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, all 100% proceeds go to me if you do that. Also, there's a link up top if you want to become an Apex Predator member. Check it out. Oops, I meant conditional, my bad. Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm like, David Quadri? That don't sound like David Quadri. Yeah. So, you guys, and I'll open up the phone lines. Guys, remind me at the 30-minute mark, because I know when I start going, I just start going. I just, like, literally, it's a flurry of information, a flurry of game. So, please, guys, put Darius, it's 30 minutes. Let's take calls. All right? Guys, just do that for me. Because I can go a whole 3 hours just talking. Because I love and I enjoy what I do for you guys. So, back to what I was saying. When you're loving a woman more than you love yourself, and we'll get to the sermon, because this is, see, I enjoy this type of rhetoric so much, and I enjoy giving you guys wisdom. It's been 17 going on 18, 20 minutes. Somebody asked a question when we went live, and I'm supposed to be on the sermon talking about there are no good girls. So we'll get to the sermon in a little bit, all right? But to wrap this whole thing up, because I could go way more into detail. Guys, get the likes up. Go ahead, like the stream. When you are loving a woman more than she loves you, you will always lose. You will always lose. I had a consultation with a guy early this year. This man spent $40,000 in 1 year on a woman. I asked him how much she spent on you. She said, "Oh, she didn't spend much. She had bought me a nice sweatshirt and some pants." I said, "How much was that on average? Just guess." He said it was probably about $20, $25. I said, "You spent $40,000 on this woman this year alone." And he sent me receipts, so he wasn't BSing. I said, "Man, I might have to start upping my consultation prices, because I'm looking like, y'all breaking bread 40,000? Guys, I've talked to guys. I talked to a brother. He makes 70,000 a year, and it was about, I think it was like about a month ago. And shout out to brother Jay. And he got this female who didn't have a job. She was going to medical school. He moved her in for free. He bought her clothes. He bought her shoes. He basically take care of her like she a child. Literally, like she's like a child. And he got her butt injections or something. She got some cosmetic stuff done. That was $8,500. I'm looking like, wait a minute. I'm thinking, and it's crazy because I'm listening to guys, and I'm like, man, I need to charge y'all more for these consultations. What in the world? I mean, guys, y'all think, I thought simping was like, okay, I call a female once, she ain't pick up. I call again, she ain't pick up. Okay, I call again, leave a voicemail. I thought that's my level of simping. I thought my level of simping is, me driving like an hour away to see a chick to smash. or like me like triple texting a female, or like saying, "Hey, beautiful." That's my level of simping that I'm I used to do. Not like, I mean, man, guys, you gotta understand. When you love a woman more than she loves you, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be operating off feelings. That's the kicker. This is why that love word, you got to monitor that if you're telling your chick that. Because what she's trying to essentially do is try to get you to operate in your feelings so you can do illogical, silly things with your money, with your decision making. I'll say that again. Watch out how you use that love word with your woman or any female. Because what she's essentially trying to do is she's trying to get you to operate illogically with your money and your decision making. Why do you think what usually happens when, like, let's say you get caught texting a girl, right? You texting a girl and your girlfriend or wife said, like, she catches you texting the girl. Or let's say if y'all even seen on these cheater shows, or maybe you get caught cheating, smashing a chick or something like that. What usually happens when you get caught? What does she say? I thought you loved me. You don't love me? Usually they say that. You don't love me? But Darius, I thought you loved me. What she's basically saying is, hey, I thought you were in an illogical state where you were operating on feelings and were tied down and locked down to me. So you only saw me as the only woman you want to be with. This is why women, when you get caught cheating or you get caught texting a girl, or just look on Cheaters or like Jerry Springer or something like that, like what was the other guy that reads off the paternity test? Maury. What do they say? He says, you are the father. And you know what the female does? The girlfriend, she said, oh, I thought he loved me. Oh, I thought he loved me. I thought you loved me. Didn't you love me? And you know what he says? Baby, I do love you. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get through this. And usually that's like the healing thing of the female. She's like, okay, baby. You get caught cheating, I goes, oh, I love you. That's because she's operating off feelings based on how she feels at that moment in time. But if you operate on that and you're like, oh yeah, I love this woman, that's not a good, healthy state to be in. Now, good, you can have love for it, guys. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to preach this black pill, like crazy psycho stuff where you don't like no female. No, what I'm saying is you better be mindful of how you love your woman. Because when you're mindful of that, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to control what you're doing as far as your pockets, your wallet, your money, and the decision making that the decisions that you're gonna make when it comes to that woman. This is why women want you to love them so much, because then you're gonna think illogically. Love is a feeling; it's not of logic. This is why women are really like I should say obsessed with men who don't say they love them or who don't care about them, because they're like, man, this dude ain't drunk off my love spell. He doesn't love me. Man, I got to give him more sex. Man, I got to do this for him. Man, I got to do more for him. I got to do this. I got to do that. This is why women love men who are detached and not attached to the situation, who are talking to this girl, who have options and everything like that. Because in their mind, they're like, man, how can I get this guy to love me? Let's continue. Big shout out to Mr. WWE Guitar Gamer. Hi, Darius. How can one overcome a simp mindset? Keep listening to my channel and become a patron. Unique Mind says, thank you for this live. I was just talking to my dad, and to make it short, he basically told me to accept her for who she is, including her weight, to be continued. It's crazy, man. You guys, you never accept a woman for who she is. You know how? Or do you know why? Because if you accept a woman for who she is, she's gonna gain a lot of weight. She's gonna be lazy. She's gonna have a bad attitude. She's not gonna cook you meals that you like. Because you got to think of this. If you're, let's say I meet, let's say this cup name is Jasmine. Darius meets Jasmine. You're like, oh, I accept you for who you are, baby. That's why women love that. Accept me for who I am. That's why they love that. So when you accept her for who she is, number one, you're gonna look past all her flaws, all her red flags, and two, you're gonna accept that she's been with other guys and you won't be able to mold her. This is why they want you to just accept them. You're basically accepting another man's programming. Give you an example. My main chick dated and been with guys, been in a relationship with guys. I never accepted her for who she was. You know why? Because you're with me now. And now we got work to do. I got to break you down because another dude's programming was probably all out of whack, wasn't what I wanted. So now I got to break you down so I can build you up to what I want you to be. That means getting in the gym a lot more. That means drinking only water. That means eating salads. That means shut up when I'm talking. That means cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That means spending money. That means buying me gifts. This is why you never love a woman for who she is, because you're loving another man's programming, another man's operation. I know we're supposed to get to the sermon, but we'll get to it, guys. I promise. Unique Mind. David Quadri says, what you think about men that hire a private investigator about their wife or girlfriend? Well, they beta. They're just beta and weak. If you feel your girlfriend is cheating or your wife, or you like, man, I gotta hire a PI, you should leave anyway. Just leave. And again, we always say she's not yours, it's your turn anyway. Black Pill says, someone say my name. Unique Mind says, and I told him, hell no. He said, then you'll be single for a long time. I said, cool, because from the start, I will be assertive, direct, and let her know my intentions. He got quiet and shook his head. Yes, Unique Mind, I'm not saying you got to distance yourself from your father, but this is a different level of programming and wisdom that we're getting. So the vast majority of men in your life that you're going to come into contact with, they're beta and weak. They're extremely submissive. They have no standards. Thank you, Mr. Unique Mind, for contributing. So what needs to happen is you need to keep standards. Never accept a woman for who she is when you meet her. Because what you're basically saying is, you can, have your bad attitude. And I'm going to be honest, most women, they can't be molded, man. Most women, they can't be fixed. They in their 30s, 40s, 50s. Dude, bruh, they're stuck where they're going to be. So I'm going to be honest, man. Most women, you're just going to have to smash and dash. Give them some pipe and keep it moving. Keep your distance. Make sure you wear your rubber, smash, and keep it moving. Because most women, they cannot be molded. They cannot be fixed. They have a mindset of they're independent, strong divas. Okay, slide on through, get you some pipe. All right, see you later. You ain't getting my time, my energy. Because that's what most of these women are just basically about. Found out one of the girls I'm dealing with cannot be trained. It's true. Yeah. You understand? These women can't be trained, man. They can't be trained. Like two little guys, I'm gonna be honest. I seen something on Twitter. I ain't gonna talk about it right now. I seen something on Twitter that was extremely disturbing. It's going somewhat viral. It just lets me know that I should say most black women, because it was basically 98% black women commenting. But it lets me know the thinking of a lot of women today. When I say it's gone, I'm gonna talk about it on the Patreon. I ain't gonna talk about it here because there's so much information I got to give you guys. Um, I'm definitely hitting you up for another conversation, quite possibly tonight. Yeah, unique mind. Shoot me an email or shoot me a text. We can get that going. Try training a 20-year-old. Um, I'll say this. I'm glad Grant said that. Look at her father, and just when you the easiest way for you to get a quality woman is by looking at her father, asking about her dad. What's her relationship like with her dad? Because once you find that out, usually everything will be good 99.9% of the time, or it'll be bad. So when you look at her dad or ask about her dad, she'll tell you, oh, he was, yeah, I see him all the time. Or if she talks, very she's enthusiastic about her dad. If she talks about him very admirably and how wonderful of a man and a father he is, you rock with her. Now you still got to vet her to see if she can be molded. But the women I had good situations or relationships with, like, man, they all was close to their dad. Because when she respects her dad, she loves her dad. Guess what? What she gonna do with you? It's supposed to be an extension or a bridge when you meet a woman. She's with her dad. She loves her dad. Her dad's her covering. Her dad's her masculine figure in her life. So when she meets you, boom, okay, easy transition. But with today's women, y'all meet women. Yeah, a lot of dudes trying to have relationships with women. They're not close to their dad. They're not close to their father. They have bad attitudes. They think men ain't nothing. And all you gotta do is look at her father. All right, let's get to the sermon. Because I know I talk, never underestimate how important a father figure is. It's extremely important. Me personally, I think the father figure is more important than the mother. Now I'll explain why. Because a lot of guys will say, man, you crazy, Darius. What's a mother's role in a child's life? A mother's role in a child's life is to nurture and care. A child only really needs that until about, and it's been studies done, until about second grade. Some people say kindergarten, but a child only really needs nurturing and care up until first, second grade. Some studies say kindergarten. So after, let's just give it second grade. Get a mom to 7 years old. So after 7 years of being on this earth, that child, son or daughter, now it's got enough nurturing and care. That child doesn't need more nurturing and care. What it needs is discipline, structure, and guidance. So when that child hits 7, 8 years old, okay, the father is extremely important. Matter of fact, when I look back in my life, and I'm not diminishing my mom's contributions or nothing like that. When I look back, who had a much greater effect? My dad by far. With both of my brothers. Glad I didn't have no sisters. Who had a much greater profound effect and who basically shaped me for who I am today? My dad by far. My mom, she was there, which was cool. I mean, listen, I'm not diminishing her. Talked to her yesterday. Right? But she was there for the nurturing and, oh, good job. We played, we had our basketball, football, track meets and different things like that. She smiled, good job. But the discipline, how we got as good as we were in sports and different things, managing money, doing all, it was because of my dad. Again, not diminishing my mom's contributions. But when I look back, it was a lot of cheering. It was a lot of good job. It was a lot of, okay, I'm going to be there to your game. I'm on the way. It was a lot of sitting in the stands. But when it comes to doing a freaking 4x100 relay, who was actually there? When it came to basketball, football, literally everything. And clearly you can see when you're raised by a single mother, your life usually ends up trash. Not saying if you guys are raised by a single mother, it's trash, but more often than not, it's going to be trash. So what I'm saying is, when you're raised by a male, a competent male, your father, you're going to have a much better life. Women are here to nurture and care. They're not here to bring discipline, order, and structure and guidance. That's a dad's job. So the dad's job is far more profound and important than a mother's job. You can go look it up. Mothers are really only needed for nurturing and care until about second grade. This is why you see when like kids running around at school, bad running. They didn't have their dad growing up. Because he know when he got off, there was no discipline at home. He got home to his mom. He just sat around, played games, did silly things. The principal called home and was like, "Hi, Mrs. Johnson. Hi, Miss Johnson. DeAndre was acting, kind of out of line. He hit a boy with a stick today." Okay, thank you. DeAndre get home to his mom. "Why you hit that boy with that stick?" "Man, he was playing games, man. Whatever." All right. The mom go about her business because she has no age. She doesn't have the ability and the stature and the structure, heck, the bone density to actually discipline her son. But when it comes to dad, if he get a call, "Hey, Mr. Johnson, your son was running around today and hit a guy with a stick. Hit one of the kids with a stick." "Oh, okay, all right. Thanks, principal, whatever. Thanks." Kid gonna get home 9 times out of 10, like, "Man, he called my dad." You gonna get home, probably get some sort of punishment or whatever the case may be. And guess what? DeAndre not gonna go to school the next day or the week after or next week and do that silly thing again, more often than not. And if he does, it's gonna be a harsher punishment. Women, what they do is the mother, if you're raised by a single mother, the principal gonna hit you up, hit her up, "Hey, Miss Johnson, your son DeAndre, don't hit that boy with that stick no more." All right, guess what? That's the mom. She most likely gonna buy him a video game. No punishment. He gonna go to school the next day, hit him another stick, do something else crazy, right? So I could have go down the rabbit hole with this crap. Let's take some calls. I know we got the sermon together. We're gonna get the no, there's no good girls. He said, "Darius hit me with those Vietnam flashbacks." Yeah, like when I got called, I remember I did something in middle school, and they called my parents. I remember it was this one guy. His name was Mr. Shepard. He was like an assistant principal or something like that. And I remember I got sent to the office, and I was like, "Hey, Mr. Shepard, could you call my mom?" I never forget because I knew what I would get away with it, my mom. And Mr. Shepard, guess what he did? He called my mom and he called my dad. So kids know what they can get away with. Call the show, 630-618-7110. Where are we at? Mamet Mert, yes, sir. How often should I FaceTime her without coming off as needy? If I ignore her sometimes, I have the feeling she won't chase me because I come off as cold. Well, I need way more information. You say, how often should you FaceTime her? You really should only FaceTime her. You shouldn't really be FaceTime. What are you FaceTiming her for? Is this a long distance situation? Mamet Mert, yes, sir. I mean, where do you guys live? How far apart you guys live? Number one, and number two, how often you see her? Because if you're FaceTiming her, that means she must be long distance. You should be only contacting her, texting her to set up a date for her to come over and hang out, or y'all get together so y'all can smash. You should never FaceTime her. I'm just being honest. But maybe Mamet, I don't know any more information. Maybe you might be in college or whatever, and I don't know your situation. Maybe y'all can't see each other that often, so you got to FaceTime her. But you only should be communicating with her because that's still non-sexual attention. You should only be communicating with her to set up a meetup to hang out so she can be in front of you in person. So, listen, no FaceTime. Let's just say that. I don't know the logistics of your situation. Lord Fenister, loving church today so far. Thank you, Mr. Lord. Girl asked me to take her on a date yesterday. Yeah, you decline those chicks. White moms are the worst at disciplining their children by far. Today's women are rigid when it comes to disciplining their kids. The father is critical. Literally is critical. Deshaun Provell said, my father would frighten me. Quite true. Cannot build genuine attraction without being there in person. Yeah, a lot of guys, let me tell you something. You think you can build attraction like when she's away from you? Like she's going over there, she's you texting, or I should say you texting her and FaceTiming her, No, you build attraction when she's in person with you, because that means you can escalate to sex. You can't, guys. You can never really text your way into attracting a woman. Now you can say like different things to mess it up. That's what I noticed. You can like get a woman's number. She'd be excited to talk to you, even on dating apps or something like that. You get her number, she texts you, and then you start talking about silly stuff. Guess what? Her attraction diminished. It can't really your a woman's attraction for you can't go up if you're texting and FaceTiming her really. She's either really into you or she's not. But it can go down. Let's say you FaceTime a girl. You get a number off a dating app or wherever, and you say, and y'all supposed to hang out tomorrow. She said, let's FaceTime today. You FaceTime, and instead of FaceTiming her, let's say hypothetically for like 3-5 minutes, what a lot of dudes do, they FaceTime and talk to her for like 25-30 minutes. Because the girl already said, hey, we're going to see each other tomorrow, but let's FaceTime first. Okay, cool. A lot of dudes sit up there and FaceTime and talk and everything, and you're like, oh yeah, we're going to meet tomorrow anyway, because she said so, and then you might have said something silly, or it might have even been nothing silly. It might have just been you being yourself, and you talk about like something politically, or maybe you said something about Lizzo. Maybe she's a fan of Lizzo. I don't know. And then now she's like, oh, okay. And then tomorrow y'all supposed to hang out. She says, hey, I can't make it. I'm sorry. You're like, what the heck going on? You're like, but we talked for 30 minutes. We talked for an hour. Yeah, that's how women operate, because their feelings always fluctuate. This is why let's say you got a date tomorrow with a chick, or she's supposed to hang out with you or something like that. She's supposed to come over. If she says, hey, can we FaceTime? You say, oh yeah, that's cool. You don't have to decline it. But what you do is, it's a key trick, key tip or tactic. You FaceTime her for about 5 minutes, but you make sure you're letting her know, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I'm getting ready to go do something. I'm getting ready to do some paperwork. And you try to rush her off the phone. So you get a little bit familiar with her, just a little bit, or let her get a little bit familiar with you, whatever. And then you say, oh, okay, hey, I'm gonna start this paperwork, or I'm gonna get ready to head to the gym. But I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. So that 3-5 minutes of FaceTime, you can FaceTime, don't get me wrong, but make sure it's really minimal. That 5 minutes of FaceTime, that's all you need. Hey, I'm gonna get ready to go in the gym. I'm getting ready, do this paperwork. I'm getting ready to eat dinner, or I'm getting ready to cook dinner. So I'll see you tomorrow. And then after that, that FaceTime session gets cut. Cool, she see you tomorrow. But don't be sitting there for 30, 45 minutes, an hour. Because I've been there. Like, bruh, I remember I FaceTimed this chick for almost 2 hours. We just, having good conversation, chopping it up, talking about sexual stuff. Guess what? We supposed to meet the next day. Chick freaking flake. on top of that, you don't give her that mystery. Because remember, women need attention. And you only want to give her attention when she's in front of you. All right. Somebody called the show, a couple people. Yeah, guys, you can, if she says she want to FaceTime, you can do it for you can FaceTime for 5 minutes. But don't be the one to talk the most. Don't be like, hey, what's up? So I'm doing it. No, let her talk the most. Because remember, her attraction for you can only diminish. Guys, when you FaceTime a woman before you're supposed to hang out with her, her attraction doesn't go up for you. It never goes up for you. It will only diminish or stay the same. So you only want it to stay the same. So you let her talk. You ask a question or two. And what I used to do, I used to act like I'm going to the gym. So if she want to FaceTime me, what I would do, I'll just, act like I'm going to the gym and everything. And then I'm like, all right, I'm here at the gym, but I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. So I cut it off, click, and then I'm, out there, man. Sometimes, guys, you gotta know how to play the game. If you're gonna do this thing, you gotta know what to do. David Quadri says, girl flaked on me today, but she did say she will make it up to me by buying me dinner. She will pay. She told me she was on her period today. Okay, here's the thing. You can go for that, but me personally, that's just any girl that flaked. Shout out to David Quadri. I just cancel out. Especially the first meeting, I just cancel. Like it's just over with because that just shows me I don't want to hear like any excuse. Guys, women flake on you. It's just they're lying to you. They're lying to you. I'm just being honest. They just lying. They not into you. Um, Now you can go ahead along with it, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be some goofiness. I've had women flake on me and then straight up can't like. Here's how women flake, and here's how they show low interest and they dealing with so many dudes. What will happen is, I remember I had a girl. She flaked on me twice. She's like, "Hey, I can't make it tomorrow." I think it was like 3 times. It was like 3 times. I kid you not. She said, "Let's do it in a couple days." I said, "Okay, cool." She flaked on me again. She said, "Oh, I can't make it." I said, "Come on, man." And then she flaked on me a third time. I said, "You know what? This just really this ain't gonna work out." She's like, "I'm sorry. I promise I'll be there." She came through the fourth time, and when she came over my place, she like it was like in the first 3 minutes she started giving me head. But here was the kicker. She came over the second time. Then the third time she's supposed to come over and get together. She was flaky. I said, "Man, come on." So I let her get a pass because she came through the past 2 times and gave me good head and we smashed. It was good. Then she flaked again. I'm like, you know what, man, it's over. So guys, you gotta understand, when a woman flakes once, what it ultimately means is she's flaking on her life, number one. And number two, her interest level is kind of medium to low, and she's still filling out her options. And you're not number one on top of her list. So she'll be flaky, and you'll probably number two or three, and she's trying to find that guy who she's extremely attracted to you. She might have some sort of attraction for you, but it's not like number one. Because when it's number one, guys, when a woman's attracted for you is number one, they never flake. They never ghost you. They never like. They always comply 100%. So any girl that says, "Oh, I bet you," nah, I don't even want the dinner. Like just no, like because you wasted my time. Is not worth a freaking dinner or whatever the case may be. That's just me. Now some of you guys might give her another opportunity. You might say, "Oh, it's okay," but I'm telling you, just cut it off. Um, Dusan says, "Should I approach a girl that walked past me in public?" Yeah, just shoot your shot, man. It's not that big of a deal. Don't think about it. Women with high attraction levels of you will make it easy. Yeah. Too many guys, they're not used to that though. Women with high attraction, there's when a girl tells you she doesn't really use Snapchat much, does that mean she's not interested even though she did ask questions about myself? What you worried about social media for a Snapchat? Only thing you should be doing is say, "Hey, let's exchange numbers." Guys, I don't get women Snapchat, Instagram, none of that. Because what she's trying to do is try to basically weed you. She's trying to find some reason to not deal with you or see you or hang out with you. Two, she's trying to make you one of her fans. And three, she's just trying to use you for attention. So I don't give women my social media. I just say, "Oh, no, I got a cell phone." "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't give my number." "Okay, cool. I'm out of here." Or she's like, "Oh, you got Instagram?" "No, because you're trying to scope me out to find something dumb. Just hang out with me. Just hang out with me. Let's get together. You don't need to look at my, oh, let me scan his profile to see. Oh, I don't like that shirt he wore. I don't like, or just any silly thing." And on top of that, you'll be one of her fans. It's all about women getting you being one of her fans. Oh, it's been 30 minutes. My bad. Call the show 630-618-7110. Shout out to Jeremy Cornegie. Great to see you, man, Jeremy. I ain't seen you in a while. Michael Metroke, the fourth, I believe. Darius the man, big shout out to you. Even with the phone number, that doesn't mean anything anymore. So many dummy phone numbers. Even women, they'll get your phone number and then they'll put their name and number in there, and then they'll just like you'll text them and it'll turn blue like let's say like iPhone. They won't even like text you back. I had a woman like she a couple females or a few they give me their number and they put their first and last name in there, and then I text them and then it'll turn blue. We'll have like good rapport, good conversation. And then I text them a few hours later, "Hey, it's Darius from the gym or whatever." It just be on deliver. You like, bro, what's the point of saving your first and last name? And then I happen to look them up on Facebook, and that is them. It's like, what's the point of that? Like, but that's the female though, man. That's the female. Uh, the least you guys can do is donate. My man Darius is cooking real nice. Thank you, Mr. Mark Rutt. Is it Rutt or Rudy? Mark Rutt. Uh, they won't like my social media. I'm MGTOW. They'll hate me. Um, they like. They will tell you they are going to bed, but in reality, they are texting a bunch of beta, stringing them along and leading them on. Even with the phone number, that doesn't mean. Yeah. Uh, what's your name, man? Talk to us. Where you from?
What's up, Darius, man? This is Ron. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, man. I've been watching your content for a minute. I appreciate your good work, brother.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, it is rough out here, man. Let's just say I'm an average-looking guy. I'm about an 8.50 on a good day. I'm 6'2", and it's just like the most ugliest, unattractive chicks. They got options now, man. So you really got to load up out here. You really got to go spit. You got to have at least 3 in rotation, man, because it's slim pickings out here. It is rough. And I got a couple of older heads at the job, 60, 70-year-olds, and they just don't get it because times are different. It's not like the baby boomer generation anymore, where you could just approach a woman and introduce yourself. Like, it's rough out here, man. So, yeah, I appreciate your content, man. I'm trying to donate. I'm trying to join the team, and I'm going to keep watching your content.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it is, man. When I say it be. Here's the thing. It's rough. Here's why it's rough. A lot of times, it's rough because there's two sides to every coin. It's rough because yes, she has a lot of options, but she has a lot of options because most times guys are only meeting and talking to women who are online or dating apps or Instagram or whatever. So when you're shooting your shot online, those women, they have a plethora of options. But if you actually interact with women in public and you approach and do all this stuff like that, a lot of the times you'll be their only option that they're really talking to. Right? And a lot of guys don't see it that way. And I know it's kind of hard, but you can be a woman's number one option. That's if you a lot of times get off the dating app. So I don't know if you're on the dating apps as much or you're approaching women in public. But
no, not to cut you off. I'm out here in the field. I'm from like the old SoSuave.net days. Like, I don't know if you know about that. United Players of America.
Okay.
Tariq McKee. I'm from those old, websites and forums. But I'm out here in the field, man, and it's still slim picking. If you ask for a phone number, they're going to get you over to the Snapchat. If you ask for the Snapchat, it's like it doesn't matter. Like, you ask for the phone number, they flake after 2 or 3 conversations.
Right.
There's just so much going on. They picking these dirty Dick Rodneys, these Madden King, dirty fingernails type dudes. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it's the thing too, brother. Go ahead.
You just got to keep shooting your shot, and a good 80% of these females have kids already. So I don't know if you got to, swallow your pride and holler at a chick with at least 1 kid, or just call it quits.
I can't even do it. This thing too. Me and you, we black, so it's gonna be. I'll say this. A lot of the times you're gonna have to move to or go to an area where there is. Don't go to the inner city area because inner city chicks have the worst attitudes. They have the most kids out of wedlock. I noticed when you go to the more suburban areas and you shoot your shot, those women are more pleasant. Let's just keep it 100.
Right.
The women who are not black, okay, let's just keep it 100. Women who ain't black. Say it again.
Oh no, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, the women who ain't black, more often you'll get a better interaction for the most part. Not all chicks that ain't black even, but the pleasant interactions you'll get with non-black chicks, it's like it's night and day. Let me ask you this: do you deal with any? Are you only pro-black for females, or do you deal with any other females?
I deal with black and Latino women, but in my area, it's predominantly black women.
Yeah, see that's where you gonna get a lot of your headaches. I'm keeping 100 with you. Like black women, not all, but we'll say a good 95% of black women will give you headaches and man, it's like, bro, even some Hispanic chicks, they be on that stuff. It's like So you gotta,
Yeah, tell
find
me
your niche.
about it.
Yeah, yeah, man.
But yeah, man, I appreciate your content, man. I just had to call in and give you a shout out.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling, brother.
All right, then.
Yeah, man. I notice, guys, you'll have a more pleasant, quote unquote, dating or mating interactions, and we'll get to that too. 1 second. What's your name? Talk to us. Where you from? Okay. Um, White women are give astronomical headaches as well. Um, I don't know. Whoever called 313, you hung up, and then you called and you hung up. So I don't trust that. Uh, Somebody said white women give more headaches or whatever the case may be. Well, um, every woman can give you a headache. Every ethnicity of woman. Let's get into. We'll get into that after this call. What's your name? Talk to where you from, brother.
Hey, brother. My name is. I'm from New England.
Talk loud for us, please.
Okay. Hey there. My name is Ricky. I'm 20. I am from New England, and I love your content, man.
Thanks, brother. How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. Talk to us, brother.
So I've been watching your content for about 6 months now. I'm in college, and due to like the pandemic and stuff, I've had a hard time like picking up women and whatnot. So you've been really helpful. I feel like I've kind of got some game now, and I used to be a really bad simp, but I feel like I've really kind of turned the corner on that, and I've become my own man, which is essential in any man's life. So I'm feeling good about that.
Great. I'm glad. How old are you, brother?
I'm 20.
20. Okay. And are you dating or relationship any women? Are you?
Yeah, I mean, I mainly have 2 women in my circle right now, but I have some other small flings here and there, but mainly just 2. The 2 people I've met who I can tolerate the most, and they're on my program and that sort of thing.
Good. Well, heck, I appreciate you for calling, and heck, I'm glad you listened to me and take my advice. It means a lot, brother. Thanks.
Yeah, you too, man.
Dusan Sokolowski says, I'm having trouble gathering up courage to approach a girl. I watched all your videos and I learned how to interact, but I still have fear to approach. And we don't get too much of it because I know we was talking about black chicks and Hispanics and all stuff like that. We don't get too much of it, but I want to get these super chats going. Here's the thing, guys. A lot of dudes ask me, Darius, why don't you do like videos where you're approaching women? You know why I don't do those videos of me approaching women? Because I have no issues with approaching women. I don't want you guys to live vicariously through me. Now I'll do a field work video where it's like a social experiment while I'm asking women questions. That's still approaching, but at the same time, I want you guys to actually do it. This is why, guys, if you watch pickup artists or other guys that are like infield guys that are giving you like that's talking to women and got it on camera, it's fine for them, but for you as a man, you're not even progressing. Don't live through me. You have to get out there. Too many guys are afraid to fail. It's not even fail because you're learning. Too many guys are afraid to approach and talk to women. And what's happening is they're like, man, I want sex, I want women, but it's hard for me to do that, man. How do I do it? And they say, Dearest, make a video of where you approach a women. Why would I do that? I have no issues with talking to women. Don't live through me. Live through your wins and losses and notch count and I don't say mistakes. Live through your experiences. So Dusan, when you have fear. Here's the thing I learned about women and men. When you say it's a fear of approaching women, good. It's a fear of approaching. So hypothetically, let's say this is a female, and you see a woman you like. All it is the approach. It's not actually the interaction. This is why you guys are scared, because you're scared to say, "Hi, how's it going? My name is Dusan. Hi, how's it going? I had to come over and say hi to you. My name is Dusan. What's your name? Oh, my name is, Brittany or whatever." That's not even the approach. This is the approach. Boom. Too many guys are afraid to do this. Too many guys are afraid to do this. I'll say it again. Too many guys are afraid to do this. This is approaching. Interacting with women, when you guys realize, it's not even hard. Because the more you actually, when you approach women, "Hey, how's it going?" Boom, that's the approach. You guys make eye contact and you start speaking. That's the interaction. Too many guys are just, they're scared to just boom. Do. Boom, that's the approach. Matter of fact, me and my main chick was at the mall yesterday. And, enjoying our weekend, the Saturday. And it was this female. I told my chick, I was like, "Hey, watch this." Just to work on my game and to show her, "Hey, listen, you can be replaced easily." So it was a female she was a cute girl. She had like a top, and it was kind of a different top, but her belly was showing, but she had like her the top was like, kind of cut. You could see her boobs or a little bit, but the top, it was like a crop top pretty much. But she had like some chains, and it was a link to a backpack. So I said, "Hey, what type of what type of backpack is that?" And I stopped her, and I'm talking to her for a good minute and a half, good 90 seconds, and my chick right here. I said, "Hey, I think I might want to get that for her." And and I'm just shooting my shot a little bit, just having it wasn't even shoot my shot, just having a conversation. And I said, "Okay, she kept it moving. I could have easily got the number. I could easily boom, bam, bam. But what I'm letting you guys know, this was just yesterday, about 24 hours ago. But the main point is, don't be afraid to shoot your shot. The easiest way to shoot your shot, that's on the Patreon. Get on the Patreon. I talk about that on there. I ain't gonna go too much in depth. Where we at? Big shout out to Mr. Robert D. Nero. Just called, must have lost connection. All right, call again, 313. Mamet Mert, yes sir. In a long distance relationship, nothing serious, just casual. Should I FaceTime her once a week, or is that giving her non-sexual attention? I have the feeling if I ignore her, that's going to work backwards. Well, here's the thing, Mamet. The fact that you are in a long distance relationship, you are that's one L, or that's one X. When you in a long distance relationship, never do that. Number 2, you're FaceTiming her once a week, which means you ain't getting sex like that, but every 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. I take it, Mamet. So you're gonna automatically cling on to this female because you ain't seeing her once every couple weeks, every month or so at the earliest. So where are your other options? I don't know where you live. Why aren't you talking to women who live close to you? Why you ain't shooting your shot with other chicks that live near you? That lets me know that you have a scarcity mindset and you try to hold on to a chick who live, God knows how far apart you guys live from each other. And again, y'all trying to FaceTime, that should never happen. You should be texting, let's get together and hang out. That's it. If not, keep it moving. What's your name? Talk to us, where you from? Yo. All right. Thank you. Shout out to Mr. Mamet. So your options are low. You understand? They're really low. This is why you try to figure out if you want to FaceTime or how many times a week. Bruh, If you got some long distance or a chick, just tell all you gotta tell her is, hey, whenever you in town, text me. Let me know. That's it. Leave it at that. If she try to keep texting you, then just don't even respond back because she's trying to get your non-sexual attention. She's trying to get your attention and whatever case may be. If any of you guys dealing with a long distance chick or a chick that's like that comes into town once every 4 or 5 months, say, hey, listen, Sarah, let me know when you in town again. Let's get together and hang out, have a good time. Shoot me a text. So she knows that, hey, he only wants me to text him or contact him when I'm in town. So she can't use you for non-sexual attention. Too many of you guys are listen, man. Let's continue. My bad. The sermon. Oh God, man. See, when I start talking, y'all do this to me. Y'all ask me these questions and I start going in depth and I we supposed to be talking about there's no good girl. We're an hour in. All right, let's get to it. There are no good girls. Right? Oh, matter of fact, give the live stream a thumbs up. Let's get to 250 likes before we continue. It's funny when some dudes call theirs say you got options and deep down they know they don't. Here's the thing too. Let me say this, guys. It's okay to be with one woman. That's totally fine. It's not like there's nothing wrong with being with one female. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so don't let none of these dating coaches say, "Oh, monogamy is for punks. Monogamy is for dudes that don't got no game." No, because this thing, I'd rather have one woman who's able to be molded and who's on my program, who's giving me no issues, who's cooking, cleaning, and sucking, who's showing up every day on time, who's consistent. I'd rather have one of those women than to have 5 women in my rotation. They all flaky. You can't mold none of them. They might slide through the night. They might flake, and you gotta like have another rotate. Like, guys, you can do it, but at the same time, what I'm saying is don't get up. Don't feel some type of way because you only got one girl. I'm being honest, man. Don't let no dating coach tell you. And I talk about having an abundance mindset, yes, and having standards. But don't be like, oh man, I got a girlfriend now. She on my program, so okay, I don't want to get her to leave me. So let me talk to a whole bunch of females still. You don't got to do that crap, man. You don't have to do that. The only thing you need to do is really monitor your situation. And I'll talk about that more on the Patreon. If you're in a relationship or got a girlfriend, how to manage it, because that's what you're doing. You're managing and molding her at the same time. And I give game on for dudes who got women in rotation. Where we at? Somebody said there's no good girls in stream. Don't do that. Listen, Kingstown, don't do that. Gotta hide you. I gotta get rid of you. Don't. It's always guys. You notice that it's always the guys who never donate or support. They're just like, they frustrated. Guys, my philosophy for you guys is I don't want you to be frustrated and angry with the female. I want you to learn and understand so you can get what you want. Now, if that's you completely walking away from them, then that's great. But don't come to different streams. Don't go to different channels commenting in frustration and anger and all these different things because you're not getting the situation that you want. Where we at? Free dash, the number isn't highlighted. Yeah. All right. He said, won't she get comfortable thinking she's only option though? We'll get into that if you hit the super chat and donate. That's a good question though. Donate to the church though, man. All right. Good girls. I get this question often. Oh, become an Apex Predator member. Get your questions answered at a rapid fire rate. Good girls are individuals who just have a get call. Good girls are females who act good because they want to secure your resources and commitment. So what they'll do is they'll say something like, you got to be careful with these chicks. They'll say something like, oh, I only had sex with 4 dudes in my life. And the 4 guys they had sex with, or even 3 guys, what they'll say is, oh, it's only been with, I was in a relationship with all 3 of the guys. And you're like, oh, man. Okay. And that's because she sees you as more of a resource guy, or you're somewhat attractive. She has medium to low interest, but she's not really too attracted to you. But you do have some collateral, so she can get something from you. This is why she's a good girl around you. And she only, she doesn't get into her naughty, nasty things that she's done in the past. Your thoughts on so-and-so. The last Ronin, hit the super chat. Guys, if you have any questions, hit the super chat, man. I'm serious. So these women, they'll be playing you. They'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm a good girl. Man, they done, guys, man, these females got all type of stuff done to them. Erotic, nasty things. Every female. Threesome. I'm talking about all these chicks, man. Be getting ran through, shout the MGD beats. Be getting ran through, and then y'all like, man, I got a good girl. Guys, she's not a good girl. She's just giving you that illusion because she knows she wants commitment. Haven't you seen these females on dating apps? They're like, dating apps are just trash. But they're like, oh, I'm God first. And you like, they got like 3 kids, or they got 2 kids by 2 different dudes. They're like God first, or I'm looking for a God-fearing man. God-fearing woman looking for a genuine connection. I want somebody to open doors and be genuine to me. I want a guy who's able to be chivalrous and open doors and all this other silly stuff. You're like, and you could just look at her and tell that she's a freak. She got her tongue pierced. She got her nose pierced. Septum pierced, like all types of things. Lip pierced, and she talking about some God-fearing. That's because she's trying to find a sucker. Now she'll still take calls and inquiries when it comes to just getting piped down. That's why you gotta watch out for women who want you to take them on a date first. Now, if you want to meet her at a park, that's cool. If you want to go for coffee first, cool. But make sure you get her back to your place on that same date or meet up. But if you meet a woman and she's trying to take it slow, no, something about me is telling you that I'm a good guy, so I got to switch this up. Even like if you're on dating apps, guys, that's a real easy indicator where women can tell that you like a good guy. Something about you gives them the courage to demand a date. Now it might be you say some of your profile that says, "Oh, I don't know what it is." But some of your profile is letting her know that you're looking for something long term. So I don't know what you have to do. Well, I know what you got to do. I don't know what's in you guys' profiles, but I tell guys, well, I'll put that on the Patreon. We ain't gonna get into that. Too much game on the Patreon. Female intuition. Women got that intuition that you're a good guy. You can try to fake it, but they can tell, like, oh, something about this guy, he got some money. This guy, he got his head on straight. Something about this guy, he going places. This is why you got to be mysterious and keep your cards close to your chest. And you can't be out there, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do. Because then women look like, oh, especially, I give you an example, because I'm a black male. Clearly. I'm a different type of black guy, which means I'm not a thug, loser, criminal, goofy guy on the streets. The typical black guy that black women really desire and want. So with black women, in the past, I used to deal with them. what would happen is I couldn't tell them about a lot of the things that I've done in the past as far as accolades and achievements. Because what will happen is they'll be like, oh man, okay, I'm a good girl. Heck, even with some non-black chicks still. So, because with black women, they're like, oh man, he ain't like all those other Ray type of guys. Girl, girl, I'm talking to a guy, he went to school. Girl, I'm talking to a guy, he was in the Navy, he was in the military. Oh girl, he respect females. That's why when I used to be on the dating apps years ago, I was looking like these chicks, like what is it about? I get this vibe, they're trying to like be take it slow. So what I should do is, also what I did, I took the like I was out of the military out. So I took that out. And what happened is I started getting women more sex. Even though I'm proud of being in a military and different, and me seeing different countries, different things like that. I'm grateful for that experience. But you got to understand how women see it. They're either going to put you in that more provider category, or they're going to put you in that more alpha, let's smash category. So if you're on dating apps, guess what? You're going to have to switch that up. Don't be telling women, oh, I'm going to school for this. They're just like, oh yeah. Yeah, even if she want to hook up with you, yeah, you're cute. But what's going to happen is they're going to try to stifle you out of some bread. They're going to try to get you to take them on a date. And you're like, what you mean? And they're just going off because, man, you're a diamond in the rough. You're going places. So yeah, they probably would have hooked up with you right away and wouldn't have required you to take them out nowhere, but they see you have a lot to lose. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, I had chicks from the mall do that to me. So a big shout out to Mr. Elijah Journey. He's an Apex Predator member now. Guys, make sure you become a member today. Also, click on the link to join the Patreon. The Apex Predator member link is pinned to the top if you have not become a member. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get to 275 likes before we continue, man. So you have to be really. These guys, okay, no big deal. You have to be wary and you got to be watching for how you carry yourself and how you interact with women, because a lot of them, they're looking to see, this guy isn't. I should say this guy is more of a provider-ish, and you might not even be a provider type of guy like that. You might be like, or you might not be looking to be a provider, but she's got to try to force you to be one. This is why you have to really be mindful of how you interact or how you do things with women. Because they'll put on that good girl mask and be like, oh, okay, well, I don't do this on the first date. Man, these chicks got ran through on the first date. Hey, Jeff, moderators, make sure y'all monitor these trolls. Block them, get rid of them. You got to really monitor how you do things with women. This is why I tell you, if you really want to know if a woman is into you, all you got to do is invite her to your place on the first date. Because she's going to straight up tell you how she views you. She's going to straight up tell you how she sees you and whatnot. Now, she could either be on board and be sexually attracted to you and hook up, or she can say, oh, I don't do that on the first date. But there's no girl who's a good girl. It's all how she views you. Now, she could go down the street and another dude shoot his shot and she'll hook up with him right away. But if you want to know, that's why, like, the dates and stuff, man, that stuff done. You got dudes try, oh, I'm going to take girl on dates and stuff. Bruh, get out of it. Like, these women, they love to conceal who they are. They love to hide the fact that they don't like you. They love to hide the fact that, oh, I'm a good girl. I go to church now. And you're like, okay. And you got her sleeping around, hooking up with different dudes in the past, getting smashed. Now, I'm not saying you can't be like an upstanding guy, a good citizen. A guy, guys, I don't want nobody to drop out of school. I don't want nobody to quit their job. I don't want nobody to be homeless. I don't want nobody to be going out here fighting and doing all stuff like that just to get laid. Because you don't have to do that to get laid. Trust me. There's a lot of women who like upstanding, good quality men. Trust me. You just got to go to those areas. But there's a lot of women who are out there who want to exploit you because they want to give off the illusion that they're good girls. And the easiest way is a woman to get on a dating app. Oh, I'm looking to date all of a sudden. You ain't looking to date me. We not dating. Now, if you want to date a woman, you want to do this and that, take her out, y'all go out together, that's totally fine. But don't let a woman try to good girl you. A woman good girling you is her trying to force you to take her out and say, oh, I got to take it slow. Nah, you ain't taking it slow with me. Not me. You can do that with another dude or other dude. No, you ain't do that with me. And if you say that to me, then I need to change either my game, I need to change my approach, I need to change how I present myself to you, or if you guys on those silly dating apps, I need to change things in my bio or my picture. Maybe in your bio you should put looking to have a good time. Swipe right if you're down. So now you're dealing with women that say, oh, this guy's looking for a good time. Okay, let's hook up. Let's do whatever. If you're looking to have a good time. But if you put like, I'm in school for engineering, looking to connect with a cool girl. And then if you put like looking to have a good time, she ain't looking at looking to have a good time. She's not gonna look at that. She's gonna look up, oh, he's in school? He's looking for a cool, genuine girl? Okay. Then she gonna say, yeah, he's cute, but hey, I don't go to guy's house right away. And you're like, why? What the heck happened? Because you told her you was in school. Because you told her you're looking for a genuine, cool connection. Don't tell her that. You hit her up, but you put in your bio if you're still on those dating apps, looking to have a good time or here for a good time, not a long time. So you'll only get matches and swipes from girls who only want to hook up and have sex. Now I'll say this, because a lot of guys think, well, how do I get a girlfriend? You don't get a girlfriend by telling a girl you're looking for a girlfriend. You get a girlfriend by just smashing, hanging out, having a good time. Because women will automatically think that you guys are together if you're just hanging out, having sex, hooking up. They'll just automatically think that. Like they'll just be coming around and start doing different things. I talked about in the previous live stream. So you don't have to force yourself to or try to get a girlfriend or lock her down. That's the wrong thing to do. Only thing you guys got to do to get a girlfriend, or if you want that, or some monogamy, don't try to get monogamy. Just hang out, have a good time, hook up, have sex, and laugh, and because that's what's going to draw her to you. Not you saying, okay, I want a girlfriend, we're going to be together. Much love from Holland. Thanks for the advice. Shout out to Mr. Mehmet. We had like about 5 callers call the show. Yeah, it's the girl's job to ask for a relationship. Shout out to Marcel. I ain't asked for no, because this thing, I don't care about no relationship. We smashing, we hanging out, hooking up, having a good time, or what? If we ain't doing that, then forget it. Because to be honest, you don't get much from a relationship anyway. That's the woman that we want there. You want those silly relationships. Go ahead, man. Talk to us. Where you from?
Hey, what's up? This is DHK.
Hey, great to see you, man. Great to hear from you.
Yeah, man, you too. Yeah, that chick I was talking to last night, I asked her. She was just like, and it's just weird because ever since I took that red pill, man, I'm starting to notice things. Like I'm starting to notice a lot of different shit, and it's
And
like I feel like I'm gonna
keep it
throw
PG,
up.
brother. Keep it PG.
Oh yes. All right. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Yeah. No. Like I just feel like I'm gonna throw up. Like I was talking to this chick last night, and she's like, "Oh, I've had my fun. I'm 32. You know, I've had my fun. It's just, you know, I just want the total package." And I'm like, "Well, how come you didn't want that before?" And she's like, "Because I didn't even know who I was." I'm like, "That's your reason? So now it's like you know who you are all of a sudden, and now you just want to use a guy? Like, is this actually how it is? Like, this is disgusting."
Yeah, that's how it is, DHK. And y'all know, y'all wonder why I made a couple videos on the channel about 30-year-old plus women, because what they'll try to do is they'll be like, "Oh, I'm ready to settle down now," and all of a sudden they done found themselves. They got all these rules and crazy standards. You like, and you know for a fact that she never had those rules in her 20s or whatever the case may be. That's why, man, these chicks that's in there,
Exactly.
and on top of that, they've been ran through. They got like, and they, I'm his thing. I'm not about working hard and jumping through hoops for no woman. Period. She should be doing it for me. So, let me ask you this, DHK. Where did you meet this girl?
Oh no, I was just hanging out at my friend's house, and she lived next door.
Okay.
And she told me she was like, this was my first time meeting her. She had a huge glass of wine in her hand, and she had her bottle next to her, and she was all depressed. And she was just like, all I want now, I just want a man that just cares about me and actually cares about who I am. And
Basically,
she's like, especially today.
yeah. Basically,
And I'm like, are you serious? Like, she was so depressed. Like, she looked really depressed.
yeah. That's
And
the
I'm
thing.
thinking to myself, there's a lot of women that feel that way. And then I just said, well, so what are you trying to find? She's like, I'm trying to find that commitment, like with that guy that actually cares about me. And then I'm just like, so what? And I'm like, so are you going to make his life more peaceful by being in it than when he's single? And she had no idea how to answer that. Like, she was in shock. She was just like, how am I supposed to do that? And I'm like, okay, well, there's your problem right there.
That's crazy, and that's what a lot of women can't really. The question they can't really answer, DHK, is that. So, what are you gonna do for a guy to gain his commitment? They just think that, oh, I'm just gonna show up. Like.
Yeah.
This is how crazy is DHK and all you guys, and you got women who actually think that I'm just gonna show up to a situation or a guy, and he's gonna just want to be with me and commit to me just for me. It's like they don't want to do no work. Not all women, but the vast majority of women, they ain't trying to do no work to get your commitment. They just think, well, I'm just so awesome. I'm gonna give you this same wet box between my legs that I've given all type of dudes before you. Now I want you to pay for it, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, it seems, you know, like, and you're right too, like as soon as they hit that 30 mark, and she even agreed to that, she's just like, a lot of us want that commitment at 30 years old and up. And I'm like, well, why do you waste your 20s just sleeping around? And then she said the same thing. She's like I said before, because we don't know who we are at that age. I'm like, so what are you doing with your life then? Like, if you don't even know who you are, it's just like you just, you know, like you're just sitting around doing cartwheels at home, or just on social media, and just, you know, just consciously wasting your own time. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they hopping from. Here's what women are doing in their 20s. They're sleeping around with different dudes, because I've been with all type of women in their 20s, and I'm 32. So they sleeping around with a lot of different dudes. They're stringing good guys along. They're stringing quality men along and rejecting countless dudes. And then when they see that their looks are declining, or they can't get that alpha dog, that alpha male to commit, now they're like, okay, well, let me try to find some guy who's going to want to love me for me. Basically, what she's saying, and what all women are saying, is DHK is, I want a guy to love me for me, which means I don't want him to make me get in the gym. I don't want to I don't want him to want me to change my mood. I don't want him to hold me accountable. I don't want him to request anything from me. I just want him to accept me for me. Like I said, probably in like the 5 to 10 minute mark of this live stream, y'all can go back and look and listen to it. When women say, I want you to accept me for me, what they're saying is, I want you to love me and just accept my garbage, accept that I'm a loser, accept that I will never truly desire you. I just want your resources. Women want you to accept trash. I'm telling you guys, that's why you gotta really demand the utmost from these chicks, because they would just want you for nothing.
Exactly, and that's what I told this girl. I just said, so what are you bringing into his life? And, I'm just like, are you able to cook? And she's just like, well, no, like, I can't cook. And I'm like, well, see, here's the thing, that you're supposed to be happy to learn how to cook for that man. And she did not agree with that. And I'm like, well, there's your problem right there. So why should he, because where we are, you'll spend $500,000 for a house. And I'm like, so why should he spend $500,000 for a house to provide for you when you refuse to do something as simple as cooking? Like, it's not that hard to do. She's like, no. She's just like, I don't have to do what he tells me. So it's just like, and just like as you said before, it's just like they want their cake and eat it too, and I just think it's disgusting. But the thing is just like I said before in the comments, a lot of men are starting to wake up, and everybody in the comments are saying, well, this is a war, like we have to come out on top. Well, we slowly are, like check out the marriage rate. It's at an all-time low right now. There's a reason for that. Like it's happening slowly but surely, but like we just have to keep having our expectations high. And here's the sad part, like our expectations as men are not even high. It's not hard to please us. It's really easy.
It's not.
But you just have to ask, that chick that you're talking to, like, or just ask yourself, how will she make your life more peaceful by being in it than if you're single? Because if that's not the case, there's zero, like, there isn't any point on being in a relationship if that's the case, if she's just going to make it complicated.
Yep.
Like, there's no point at all.
Exactly. And I tell guys, listen, the 3 S's: sex, silence, and submission. That's all you got to look for. The 3 S's. She give you sex whenever you want to, silence, and submission.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no. And I said that to her too, and she just grinded her teeth. She's like, submission? She's like, am I a dog? Like, holy cow! But he's supposed to submit. He's supposed to submit and get down on one knee and put himself in a position where he's pretty much sacrificing his own spine. Basically what he's doing. And then if you want to take half of everything he has, because by him getting married, like as you said, like all of us know who's on this chat right now and who's a part of the Red Pill community, like you give up your rights to the government, and the government is on your side if you choose to leave him. She's like, yeah. I'm like, so explain to me what's so manly about that. So you're saying that you want a real man now. Explain to me what's so manly about that. And she had nothing to say. So it's just like, if you ask them these questions, they have no idea what to say. And it's true, because I said that to a few girls now, and all of them were just stunned. They're just like, bring something to the table. Like, I don't know what you expect me to bring. Like, holy cow. It's just like, you know what? I'm just going to sit in the corner. I'm just going to keep my head down, and I'm just going to smash and dash. Like ever since I started to listen to this content, like I started, like, it opened up my eyes a lot, and I almost fell into, like, it's almost like I took the black pill for a while. And then I started to notice different things. And I'm like, this is a harsh reality, man. Like, this is a cold world that we're living. It's no joke.
Man, DHK, it's guys, guys, get the likes up. Let's get to 275 likes. All right, if you appreciate this.
And another thing?
Go ahead.
And one more thing. I ran into a babysitter of mine. She babysat me 17 years ago. I haven't seen her in 17 years, and her and me were kind of talking for like a week here and there. But she basically wanted to leave her husband for me. And she was just like, keep in mind, I have a lot of baggage. I have a 9-year-old daughter. And I'm like, why are you leaving your husband? Or why do you want to leave your husband? Like, this is crazy. And she says, well, my husband got into a car accident about 6 months into us being married. We've been married for 5 years. He got into a car accident, and he has brain damage, and I'm just not sexually attracted to him anymore. And I'm like, but you said those vows saying that you would stick with him through thick and thin.
That's
and you
crazy.
want to leave him at a time where he needs you the most. That's when I really woke up, and that's when I was really like, okay, holy cow. Like, he has brain damage, and you want to leave him? Like, this is, it's sick. It's actually sick.
So, today's women, DHK, and I'll say this, and I'm not trying to, I don't want to, how should I say this? I don't want guys to be discouraged and be like, man, dude, ain't nothing out there. Yes, there are quality women, but when I say it's slim pickings out here, guys, it is some slim pickings. Like, bruh, to get a woman that's gonna submit, that's gonna cooperate, guys, man, y'all see me shaking my head like, bruh. Now you can get them, but man, okay. I'll say this: in America, let's just say in the United States, 90% of women are not trying to cooperate, submit. They're not trying to follow your lead. 90% live a liberal lifestyle, which means they free to do whatever they want. They don't. They just want your resources. They want a traditional man, but they ain't trying to follow you or listen to. That's 90% of women. I'm being honest. So there's 10% of women in the United States right now who are willing and wanting to follow a man and submit. So every man in the United States who's a heterosexual straight man, they want a submissive woman. But you got 10%, bruh. Man, I see why guys going their own way. I see why guys are like, man, are frustrated because it's slim pickings out here. Like, real talk.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, I feel like with relationships, especially nowadays, with feminism and, there's a long list of why a lot of relationships don't work out. But the thing is that they aging, man.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I've been in about, I'm 28. I've been in 4 serious relationships thus far, and I've left them all. I've left every single one of them. And, and here's another good thing. These girls hardly ever get dumped, so that's why you can't be scared to walk away from them. Like, like every time I broke up with a girl, she told me, she's like, that's the first time I've ever been split up with. Like, that's never happened to me before.
Yep.
Like, it hardly ever happened. So, like, anytime they make your life hard, you just gotta walk away, man. Just shut them off. Like, it's not, it might suck for a little while, but it's a short-term pain and a long-term gain.
That's the thing. Like, a lot of guys, man, they want companionship so bad that they're in relationships. Like, my chick, she told me something yesterday. She said it's a female that she worked with. She got 2 kids by 2 different men. She's been married to both of those men. She divorced both of those men. Now she's with the guy who has no kids, and now he's trying to marry her. It's just so sick, man. It's like, man, there are quality women, but guys, man, this is slim out here. Like,
yeah, and that chick I was talking to last night, she's just like, well, my exes, like, they were into drugs and underground, and I'm like, hey, so why would you choose a Chad? And she started to laugh because she's heard that term before, and at the same time, it's like everybody has to do what they have to do to put food on the table, but at the same time, it's just a specific guy that she was choosing, and I actually started to laugh. I actually laughed out loud. She got kind of pissed off. And I just said, so why would you choose a guy that, from how you're describing, is toxic? And you know what she said? But he stimulated my emotions.
Yep, I was about to say that. And that's
what went up and down.
Yep,
went up and down, and the arguing, like, it was exciting. Like, I always had drama. And the thing is, and then I told her, I just said, so pretty much at the same time that you're able to feed off that, you would get him to a point where he would get angry, because if he gets angry, that means he cares. She's like, exactly. She's like, and a lot of men do not understand that if we feel like we're not getting enough attention, we'll do things purposely to piss them off to see if they get angry, because if they get angry, that means they care. That's all we need for the day, and that's all that we need to make our day. And there's him, he's just angry for a few days straight because he can't stop, thinking about the stuff that I did. And I'm just, it's just disgusting
Listen,
how they think at the time.
and that's the female, bro. Hey, shout out to Frank Williams for contributing his 20 shekels to the church. Give Frank Williams a hand clap. Guys, make sure you support the stream, man. It's just sad, man. Like you. Go ahead, DHK.
And like I was saying, like in my case, like anytime a woman would pull that, like I would just leave. That's the only way that you can actually make them reflect. Is just if you leave. Like if you leave and like you don't say anything, you cut them off, you block them. It hurts them like hell. Like it makes them crumble.
Yep.
And that's the only way that they're going to be able to self-reflect. And like all of us, I've heard that before, but like until you actually experience that for yourself, like I've been in situations where they would be pulling back and they'd be playing games, I'd shut them off. The second I would send them a text saying that was done, or I'd call them, then all of a sudden they want to talk. Then 5 minutes after I send that text, I get 18 missed calls and 20 missed text messages. Oh, okay, so now you want to talk. Yeah, well, I'm not answering your text. I'm, like I've had it with this, like I only live once. Like I'm about to turn 30. A third of my life is already over.
Literally, like I'm keeping 100, man. Shout out to great to see you, Malala Elephant, and big shout out to Mr. D Hunter. That's the thing. I'm 32. Like I don't look 32, but I'll say this, man. Like these females will age you. Like I really started to get a real grasp on who I invest my literally time into. I got a grasp when I was like 26, like so good 6 years ago, where I was like, okay, you know what? I ain't just hopping in no situation or relationship with no female. I was single for like 5 years, but I was just hooking up, smashing chicks to get rid of them because I knew what I wanted, and I knew like, man, these chicks, they just here. She ain't gonna bring nothing to my life, right? So you guys have to be, understand. As you get older, you'll be able to like be alone, or you'll be able to do something else. Like your sex drive is not going to be like crazy through the roof, and that's what I love about getting older, right? Because you're more wiser and you make far better decisions, and your testosterone, sex drive is not crazy, and you're able to think much more clear, and you don't make dumb decisions on women.
Exactly, and how you know that they're into you, they'll let you know firsthand. Like I was, with my ex, when her and me first started hanging out, like she drove 15 hours from Vancouver out here for one night.
Man, the farthest I had a chick drive for me.
Hours
the farthest I had a chick drive for me.
Night.
The farthest I had a female drive for me was like 8 hours. It was from, she lived in New York, or she lived in Buffalo, and she drove way here to Chicago. She did that for like a whole year. It was like 8 hours one way, 8 hours back. So, man, 15 hours of round trip or just one way?
Just one way. Yeah, and I'm sure we can talk about that more over consultation areas because it's a long story. But
man,
I'm over all that. That's history. I've grown a lot. It was after I left her that I found your content, and I started to look into the whole aspect of the red pill. Like it was after all that. So I was actually able to look back with pride and be like, I did things right. I didn't settle for less, like if there was any head games, like I was able to leave. And there's some relationships where I was in it longer than I should have, but that's part of me as a man to take the responsibility and be like, hey, like I did see the red flag and I chose to ignore it. And like I can't blame anybody but myself.
Right.
Like who am I going to blame for that?
Right. You live and you learn.
It's one of those. Yeah, exactly. Like you live and you learn, and it's just you think they leave you guys over the smallest things. They will have a guy buy them a $500,000 house, and that man has to come home from a hard day's work and sleep on the couch like a dog because she got angry over something stupid. Man. So if they want to pull games, you can't be scared to just cut them off. Man, because we are the prize. And of course, they're going to turn around and be like, you're a coward, you're a coward. They all say that, and they don't actually mean that. It's just me.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, man.
To try to get you to like I'm not a coward,
Let me say this. Let me say this, man. Guys, the older you shot the Malala Elephant, great to see you. Malala Elephant, he's 40. I'm 32. The brother DHK on the line, he's 28. Oh, you say 28?
Yeah.
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 So here's the thing, guys. You got to understand. You work too hard. You live, guys. Your life is. I'll be honest. Your life is more important than the females because you're actually building. You're contributing to society. You're creating. Women, they're here to take that. It's not that they're take, but they're here to extract and receive from what you have built. So as a man,
Yeah.
you're like, wait a minute, you're like, man, what am I getting out of this deal? And what's funny is, like you said a few minutes ago, you asked that girl, she's 32 years old, like, okay, so what you bring to the table to a relationship? They'll sit there, they're like, what you mean what I'm bringing? And you're like, so as a man, I'm building, I'm out here hunting, I'm competing with other men to get resources, and you gonna come into my life? Heck, I'll use myself. I'm out here competing to get views, subscribers, and all these different things, and you gonna come into my life telling me what you not gonna do or what you gonna do, and you gonna come here and say, well, I don't feel like having sex. And you gonna come into my life and say, well, let's reschedule. Have you lost your freaking mind? You dope. Listen, man, I gotta keep this PG. Go ahead. The floor back to you, DHK. Listen, man, guys,
Yeah. No.
you can't be afraid to be alone,
That's all
man.
good. And again, I asked her what she did for work, and she's like, "Well, I work in the oil field, so obviously it's like in the oil field, because especially up here in Canada, there's a lot of money in the oil field, but not so much right now because of COVID and the price of oil right now. But you can still make a good buck." And she's like, "Well, I have that to offer." And I'm like, "Well, are you putting that money in a can?" She's like, "No." And I just, like, you know what? I was just, you know what? I'm just gonna have like a. I didn't even know what to say. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna eat my spaghetti.
Listen, man, these women, like, bruh, they will work jobs, man. Let me tell y'all something. They will work jobs and they will keep all their money and they'll be like, oh, I'm looking for a relationship. They'll spend your money and keep all of theirs. It's so savage and sick. And that's why I'm not for this, oh, pay 100% of everything. Hey, I ain't for that mess. Because she'll take advantage of it. These women ain't dumb. This is why they be wanting these relationships a lot of the time because they want a guy that they can nag to, they can complain to, but but take his money at the same time. Not all women, but the vast majority. That's why you gotta smash and like and keep your distance away. Man, I did that to so many females. Like I'm gonna be honest, man. It's just been just collateral damage over the years. I'm just smashing chicks, running through chicks, and just like, all right, I'm just keeping my distance. They're like, so when we gonna go on a date? I look at her like, bruh, you got a sleeve tattoo, your father not there, you don't even go to the gym like that, you ain't really submissive, you kind of flake. It's like, I didn't tell him that. It was just like, y'all chicks is freaking foolish. They won't come. They won't commitment. They won't commitment, but they ain't. Here's the thing, ladies, if you listening, you want a man's commitment. You can't just bring your wet box between your legs that you've given many men. That's not going to get you commitment. Jesus.
Exactly. Yeah, Mayor, when she even told my friend that her and me were both hanging out with, that long story short, her and her ex broke up over a guy. And it was from 6 years ago that she met this guy that they broke up over. It's been 6 years, and I'm like, you still have that guy's phone number, don't you? And she's like, yeah, of course I do. For 6 years, you kept that guy's phone number that you and your ex broke up over. You still have his number on your phone. And she thought it was funny. And I'm like, see, that's exactly why the marriage rate's going down. Because of that right there. Mm-hmm. That's a big reason why.
It's messed up and it's
sad. Like they always have options, and then, and like this is a cold world, and here's the thing, and here's like another thing I thought about with a lot of these women, they grow up seeing movies as girls about Prince Charming, helping a princess out of the castle, but they've been fed the narrative that someday he'll come around. So they're like, oh, someday, I don't know when that's going to be, so I might as well sleep around until he comes around, but they don't understand that guy's right in front of them saying, hey, it's just like, I'm okay with providing for you at a young age. But they have so many options, like as you said yourself, Darius, where they just say, forget it, until they hit that mark where they're 32. And then she had the nerve to tell me that I shouldn't be too high on my horse because a man hits his sexual prime at 30. And I'm like, are you on drugs? At 30? Like, no.
Yeah, man.
It's just ridiculous.
It's a lot of
Like,
women.
men don't hit their sexual prime at 30. Like, come on. Like, if it was a lot longer than that for a female, I'd say 20. Yeah, you know, like, for example, like as a man, it's in their 40s because as we get older, we build and we invest in certain things, you know, where there's actually a return on investment.
Exactly. Me, I'm 32. I don't look 30. Yeah. I don't look 32, and I'm grateful for that. Probably genetics, but it's when as you get older, guys, it feels great to be a male because one, you have so many experiences in your life that you learn from them. Hopefully you don't get scarred from them, but you learn. So as you get older, you're able to, number one, not take any crazy. I don't take losses in my life at all. Like I don't take losses, zero, at this age, and I haven't taken any in years. And that's because I learned from a lot of different guys, and I learned from my mistakes that I've made in my experiences. So that's number one. I'm so happy about being a male. Two, I'm not on the hunt to try to commit to a girl. Matter of fact, the older you get as a man, the less you actually want a relationship because you're like, man, you start seeing things more clear. You're like, man, y'all chicks is damaged. Y'all crazy. Y'all bring all these kids. Y'all been divorced. Y'all ain't like I can't mold no chick and she 35. I can't train you because you already got your training. You stuck in your ways. So as you get older as a man, you're able to think so much more clear. You use logic. So when you see a woman, even if she's a good-looking girl, you just smash real quick, keep it moving. I'm able to smash and just give them a Heisman, smash, give them a Heisman, keep it moving. Soft next them. It's easy.
And that's another thing that they don't understand is that the men that they really want aren't looking for a relationship.
Nope. It's like
they're not looking for a relationship.
It takes so much for my main chick to stay with me. It'll take a lot. For the average chick, it'd be a lot. To her, probably ain't really that much, but it's gonna take a lot because I'm gonna demand a lot as a man because I'm totally fine with smashing you, ladies. As men get older, we totally fine smashing you and getting rid of you. I'll be honest. I'm black men, white men, Hispanic. We don't mind smashing you and saying goodbye because we realize we don't need you like that. You're not a benefit to us. You're just guys, ladies. If you're listening, you're just recreational use to a high value quality man like myself, like DHK on the line, like these brothers here. You're just recreational use because you're not bringing anything. Matter of fact, ladies, most of you don't even bring peace. Like you can't even be quiet. So
exactly, yeah. And then she told me and then she came back, and that's funny you say that because she said, "Well,
hey, talk louder for us, GHK. Talk louder for us. You kind of fade.
Yeah, sorry." And she came back, and she's just like, "Well, you have to remember that you're going to get to a certain age where you're not able to get it up." And I'm like, "See, that's where you're not listening because we're expecting more than just the bedroom. We expect more than the bedroom." And I'm talking about high value men here. And I said that to her. And she kind of tilted her head and she was like, high value man, like, what are you talking about? It's just like she hasn't heard any of the things that I was talking about. I'm like, I'm talking about men that actually take care of themselves and put themselves first. She's like, a man should never put himself first, like ahead of his. And I was just like, okay, well then how is he supposed to maintain frame as a man and bring more to the table, make more money each year, maintain his looks, his muscles, if he doesn't put himself first? Explain that to me. And again, she had nothing to say. I actually had a lot of fun talking to her because I shut her up multiple times.
Yeah.
You know, like, and speaking of all this, to all you guys, you know, like, I'm sure there's a lot of guys that are hearing this right now. You know, that chick that's just driving you up the wall right now, she's not as strong as you, man. She's not as strong as you, and you're stronger than her in every way, shape, or form. And that's just the bottom line. And that's not, I'm not trying to put her down or anything. It's just the fact. You know, she's not able to be alone and you are.
Yep.
If you're stronger than her every aspect, and that's just all there is to it. And yeah, man.
Here's okay. I'll say this before we wrap this up. DHK, thanks for calling. Love you, brother, and I do appreciate
No
you for
problem.
contributing and donating to the church. Remind me to give you a wrench after this. Sometimes I forget, so we got to make you a moderator as well. I'm gonna say this, guys. I'm a 32-year-old male. I don't take losses. I have my life together. I have a great life, right? A 32-year-old single woman is miserable. What a 32-year-old single woman is doing right now, the average 32-year-old single woman, we're not talking about race, ethnicity. What she's doing right now is searching online, most likely, for a boyfriend. She has no skills. She's not really willing to submit. Only thing she's doing is just trying to find a boyfriend. I need a guy who's going to commit to me and make me laugh and take me places and marry me. That's what a 32-year-old woman is doing right now. What a 32-year-old man who's made something of himself is doing right now, I'll give myself an example. After this live stream, I'm going to get up. I'm going to run my bath water. Use some Epsom salt in that tub because I'm kind of sore from my workout earlier. I'm going to go to the store, give me some chicken, give me some mixed vegetables and mashed potatoes. I'm going to watch some highlights of the NFL draft because I cannot wait for that this Thursday. I'm going to watch some highlights of different things. I'm gonna plan my day and my videos for this week. The average 32-year-old woman is not going to do that. Matter of fact, the vast majority don't even bathe. They don't even clean themselves right. So they're sitting and looking to find a guy like myself to latch on to. That's what a 32-year-old woman versus a 32-year-old man is doing. They're complaining about men, how they can't find a husband or a boyfriend. While me, I could just pull any woman I want in. Not any woman, but women I want in and smash and keep it moving. My life doesn't deteriorate if I'm pumping up a woman. A woman's life deteriorates when she gets smashed by a guy like myself or any guy and she doesn't get commitment.
Exactly, and another thing that they're doing is that they're on TikTok. Is anybody looking for a wife?
Listen, man, those I got another video for the TikToks tomorrow. Y'all gonna love it, man. It's so many videos on TikTok. It's just mind blowing. Like all it is single miserable trash women that go there to complain. Even women who are wives, they go there to trash their husbands and they marriage. It's sad, man. TikTok is where women go who are single, miserable.
Distress central.
Say it again.
Damsel in distress central, man. It's pretty sad. You know.
Sad.
All you can do is put yourself first, man. That's all you can really do.
Yep.
And keep your dignity. You gotta, and just like you said, in one of your videos, the true essence of the alpha male. You have to make a change, not just with the chick, but in life. In every aspect of your life. You can't just keep all your focus on the female. It's just like you have to put your focus in every aspect of your life in order to grow as a man. Because as a man to be successful, you have to hit it on all cylinders. So
mentally, you have to hit it. You got to hit mentally, which means you got to be learning and maintaining emotional stability. That's still part of learning. You can't just soak up information and be emotional and lash out at things. So you have to be on point mentally, physically, and financially. Guys, for all the men, if you hit on all three of those, you're totally fine. Thanks for calling DHK. Love you, brother.
All right.
Guys, women need you. Yes, they need you. You are of higher value. Now, yes, you got to, display high value. Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is work on your physical. Work out. You don't have to really be in a gym like that. You can. I know dudes who just run like 3 miles a day. Millennial Elephant, go ahead, talk to us, brother. Where you from?
What up, son?
Oh shoot. Oh, I'm so used to saying, talk to us where you from.
I know, dog. Yeah, I'm in Dallas, of course.
Right. Talk to us, brother. What's going on?
Hey, I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
So I'm a YouTuber too. I just hit 50,000 subscribers. Yay me!
Hey, plug your channel. Plug your channel, what is it?
Yeah, my channel's called Malevolent Elephant. Of course, when you and I first met, I did movie content.
Now, actually, I do animal content, like commentary over animal content.
Okay.
And it's been great, man. My channel's blowing up.
I like that.
I started the year with just under 20K, and I'm over 50K.
I like that.
So it's really starting to blow up. So
I like
my
that.
question is this:
Yes.
What my struggle is when I meet women. Should I haven't been telling women that I'm a YouTuber, but so you as a what do you tell women that? If you get involved with them, like they'll know obviously that you do YouTube, but it just feels weird, like telling chicks, yeah, I'm a YouTuber, and
well, I tell
if shit goes south, then they might start tripping or something,
Well, here's the thing, me doing dating, relationship, and life coaching for men, a good 95% of women that I should say, a good 90% of women that I would interact with, and I tell them I'm on YouTube. I just straight up tell them. Or, matter of fact, I just tell them I do dating, relationship, and life coaching for men. They'll look me up. Like, they'll just look up and everything. Because I don't have them. Darius M. And most women, they'll be like, oh, you said this about women, so... But but they'll say, it's true, but it's all about the feeling. So if I didn't make them feel a certain way, or that video made them feel kind of bad, even though it's true, they'll like distance themselves. But the women who stuck with me and who supported me through my channel, include my main chick, those are chicks that I rock with. So I just tell them I do dating, relationship, and life coaching. I don't tell them I do it on YouTube. If they look up, which they usually do.
Oh, okay.
And they find out. So you can say you do critiquing. You're in the, say you do media production. That's all you got to say. You're
okay. I like that.
Tell them you're a media production manager. That's all you got to do.
I like that. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering, man, because I just quit my job like a month ago to become a full-time YouTuber.
That's great.
Because the money, man, just been great, and I've been saving for me. I ain't got no kids, so I make sure that my lifestyle is not crazy, even though the money's coming in. So I put myself in a position to do that. But I was just thinking about that. I said, well, let me ask Darius, because Darius is a big YouTuber, so that's something that So, but yeah, man, we talk about women all the time. You already know my feelings, and I know your feelings on it. So I really ain't got nothing to add that you ain't said. This shit is. I just drove through downtown Dallas, and man, you should have seen some of the water buffalo walking around that motherfucker, man. God, excuse my language.
Man, it's rough out here.
It's gonna get fatter and fatter, dude. Dude.
It's rough out here. It's rough out here. It's rough out here in Chicago. It's rough out there in Dallas too, man. It's.
If you come to the South, man, it's worse, man, because ain't nothing to do but eat, and nobody exercises. Well, I can say nobody, but especially a lot of our women, if you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
We talked about this, but man, it's pathetic, and yeah, man, and I can tell you as my value is increasing, I'm just becoming less and less tolerant.
Yep, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Of women with kids, of women with even a few pounds extra. I'm just not going to deal. I didn't really deal with it when I was just a regular guy, but especially now, oh man. And you guys listening, don't tolerate it, man. The reason we have so many blue whales out here is because you guys will still, and I've been guilty of it too. Darius, you have too.
I have.
The 11 p.m. late night, smash and dash. But it's not helping, man, because these women, they don't have the urgency to, not only just the weight thing, but even with other stuff. Stop wiping up chicks that can't. Stop wiping up chicks that are like. Stop doing that. Stop it.
Yeah, man.
Don't even listen. We all got to get laid, man, but we got to be more picky about where we put our penises, man. Just period. So, yeah.
I agree. Hey, Malevolent Elephant, plug your channel, man, because I want guys to check it out.
Sure. Yeah, it's just my name, Malevolent Elephant.
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, it's just my name.
Yeah. Copy and paste it and throw it in there and go, guys. Go check him out. He's a moderator as well here. He's been, listen. Malevolent Elephant has been with me for a long time. A lot of guys have, and they've been supporting me. I really appreciate it because you guys really keep me going. I'm glad you are committed to being a media production manager,
Exactly.
YouTuber for full time. It's a great thing because you employed full time doing what you loved or what you love, and it's a good thing. I'm always looking to support other individuals, other men who are looking to do their own thing because it's a great thing. I've been doing this for what I think 4 years now, and
Yeah.
you can grow it if you know what you're doing. If you stay consistent and you have a passion for doing it, you can. So I'm glad you called Malevolent.
There's no feeling. There's no feeling in the world. You know, of course, we get paid. You know, once a month on the 21st usually. And when you get a check for almost $30,000 for 1 month, I mean, dude, it changes your life. It just changes. I mean, we're black men, you know. So
say that again, Malevolent. Say that again. When you get that, how much? What check? How much?
It was almost 27,000. So I say almost 30. It was like 27 grand.
Listen, I'm telling guys, these YouTube checks, man.
By the way, listen, guys, you know me. I'm not trying to humble brag. This is not the point I'm making. Here's the point I'm making to everybody listening. Darius is in his 30s. I am 41 years old, and the good news about men is when Darius says ad nauseum that your value goes up as a man as you get older, it's true, guys. Some of you guys are frustrated, and I get it. We've been there. But if you keep going, you stay on your purpose, man, and things will come together. And listen, it's nothing like getting a check of that amount for 1 month. Like, back to that. Because it's like, damn, man, like all the work I put in, it's just great to see everything come together. But the other point is what I was alluding to earlier is it makes you less tolerant, not just of women, but just of BS, right?
Yeah, it makes you less tolerant.
You're not gonna be as tolerant as with your career. You know, if you do YouTube and let's say you work a full time, like I know you do, Darius. You still work your job, right? But you love what you do. But even if you love what you do, if your boss gets to tripping, as much money as you make outside of that job, you might be like, man, I ain't putting up with this. So it's just a good feeling to be able to have options, man, not just with women, but options in life, and it'll just trickle down to women, you know, as you go along. So I don't want you guys to give up, man. Just keep plugging at it, keep going. Stop all your money on BS. We got cryptocurrency, we got Robinhood app. There's no excuse. Try and stack your money and grow your money so that you can fire your job one day if you need to do that. And you can tell these women to hit the door and get out your life if they're not doing what you need to do. So yeah, man. Good to talk to you.
Love you, brother. We're going to be looking forward to checking out your content. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Malevolent Elephant. He just passed 50,000 YouTube subscribers. And
yes,
I appreciate you for calling and always donating. You've been here with me for a long time. You're a brother from another mother. I like when guys support and guys who are consistent because you guys, keep me going and I keep bringing you guys the content. Love you, brother.
All right, love you too, man.
Oh, shoot. My bad. Forgive me, brother. I always hang up on guys too quick. Agreed. Troll comments don't faze me anymore. Just keep it moving and let them troll while you keep growing. There's Malevolent Elephant channel. Guys, go check it out. I'll refocus back to get in shape again. Should start now, but I love my money, my croissants, my scotch. No excuse. I really should be working out right now. Yeah, guys. And like I was saying before, hey guys, get a live stream a thumbs up. Let's get to 325 likes, okay? Before Malevolent Elephant call, what I was saying was, you don't even have to really be in a gym like that. Like you could just, because I know some guys that they just run 3 miles a day. You know, they don't. A lot of guys don't want to get buff and that big, and that's cool. But a lot of guys they just run three. I know guys that run 3 miles a day, or that just walk slash run. That's good for your cardio, good for your system, your blood vessels, keep you from going bald. It opens your pores up. You breathe better. You feel better. Heck, you might catch a chick that's running too. Just hey, I need a running partner. We should get together and hang out sometime. Oh yeah, cool. Bam, bam, bam. All right, I'll see you later. I gotta finish my run. Listen, man, it's life is meant to be enjoyed. As you guys get older, Beloved Elephant called. He's 41. DHK called. He was 28, or he's 28. I'm 32. Man, as you get older, man, you just want to be around things that you love, and it don't have to be nothing extravagant. It could just be, listen, I love doing this. I want to do things that's gonna make my life happier. It's gonna bring me peace. I don't want to be. That's the thing. As you get older, you ain't gonna tolerate any woman who's gonna be on no goofiness, who's gonna be trying to manipulate you and play you and I ain't like if a chick ever said let's reschedule, like how dare you? How dare you come in my house and not put out? You ain't trying to hook up? Man, just get out of my house. Just what are you doing? Like, and that's the thing, guys. Too many of these women, they want to come into your life and tell you what they're gonna do and what they're not gonna do. How you want my time and commitment, but you ain't trying to submit? Have you lost your mind, female? Have you lost your mind? That's not how this life works. You can't come into a man's life who's already high value and successful, and you're gonna try to tell him how you want things to be ran. This ain't no partnership. I'm the head, you're the tail. Because without you in my life will still continue to go. You need my commitment, my protection, my resources, my support. The vast majority of women are on medication. You're depressed. You're boring. Let's be honest. You women are boring. Boring. Me personally, I've never been around a funny woman in my life. At all in my life. So, guys, if you keep this mindset, listen, and you still have a positive attitude, but you gonna have a low tolerance for these women's crap, man. You got to set the tone. Big shout out to Mr. Michael Meyer, or Mitchell Meyer, excuse me. You literally got to set the tone. Big shout out to Mike the Leisure Man, just because. Thank you for supporting Mike the Leisure Man. Yeah, these women talking about they want a partnership. Guys, if you want to contribute via PayPal or Cash App, there's the link. All 100% proceeds go to me. 1 second, brother. Malevolent says, Darius told me to put my channel down here, so that a link to one of my vids. I do animal content. Guys, go check out Malevolent's content. Go subscribe. I personally endorse him. Go ahead and talk to us. Where you from, brother?
Hey, I'm from Virginia.
How's it going, brother? What's your name?
Nate.
How's it going, Nate?
Yeah, I'm good. Hey, I was just wondering if you heard about that YouTuber who.
Hey, hold on. I know who you gonna bring up, but we're not gonna. You gotta understand two things. We can't. They can't have this channel shut down. And two, number one, number two, we got to keep it PG. I know you're gonna bring up. I don't even want to say his name because, big black guy, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't say his name. I won't even go in depth. It's I'm just gonna segue to what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Do you think that because of the horrible just dating?
Hey, hold on. Talk loud for us, brother. Talk louder.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
All right. Do you think because of how just bad dating is, between both dynamics of genders, is leading men to resort to stuff like that, or even just women or just adults in general to resort to stuff like that because of how horrible dating is?
Well, here's the thing.
All that.
Well, that's a good question. The guy who got caught, doing whatever he was doing, most people know the big black guy. Some guy, Malevolent commented in the comment section right now. Thing about him was when I came across one of his videos a couple years ago, and he had like 2 million subscribers, and I just noticed he's always talking about. First of all, his appearance is horrible. I mean, he's grossly overweight. He has to weigh at least 350 pounds. and he's always bitter and mad, and he so I say this: you get what you put out in the world. That guy, he was always putting out negative things, even though people were saying, "Oh, you're so funny." Like he was always putting out negative content, and he just wow, it's just like and your question about the dating scene, how that really like how that hurt him is that your question or
Yeah. Like I'm thinking, like I don't know this guy at all, but like just like how much guys go like getting flaked on, or getting ghosted, or just
well
not getting what they want, leading us to like having to resort to that, or maybe it could be a mental issue with this person.
well here's the thing. Look at his appearance. He's 350 pounds easy. So what woman will want to sleep with him? What woman will want to take him serious? So that's his fault. Every man can get a quality woman. You just have to make sure you're a quality man first. You understand what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
that's no like why would ew, I mean he's disgusting. Not for what he did, not just for what he did, but his whole body. Like to be that overweight and grossly obese, like why would any female want to be around him? That's just so that doesn't he just you can us men listen, we have control over things. We have control of our how much money we can make for the most part, our attitude and energy, and we have control of our image. So you control those three things, and you should be fine. But Jesus, I mean, he lost a lot. I mean, the guy he had 2 million subscribers. I'm quite sure that's gonna be gone. He had like a gaming channel for like he had 400,000 subscribers. I'm quite sure that's gonna be gone. All this stuff, I think. But I mean, he had a good life as far as financially. But guess what? His mind wasn't right. He didn't give out positive energy, and he was grossly overweight. So he had his resources together, but he didn't have his mental capacity was done. He and his image, his weight, is just so I don't know I don't know where could he be where could he be? Who knows? But
Yeah.
now let's say this: how could he turn his life around? Let's say he doesn't get charged with anything. I don't know if he will. Some people say he will. Some people say he won't. If he doesn't get charged with something, guys, make sure you like the stream. Get a live stream a thumbs up. Let's get to 350 likes. Let's say he doesn't get charged with anything, hypothetically. What can he do what is he gonna do to change his life? I mean, I know he was going bald on the top of his head. I'm like, won't you shave your hair bald? Nothing wrong with that. He's just
Get the gym, change your name, go somewhere where no one heard of YouTube, because I don't think anyone's going to give him a shot at this point.
You know what? He can change his life, his image. All he had to do is work out a lot and grow a beard. Cut his hair bald, work out. I'm not condoning what he did. Of course, it was horrible. I got 2 daughters myself. But what he should do, my recommendation for him if he's watching, cut your hair bald. You're already going bald. Grow a beard and get in the gym and work out. That's your total transformation. I mean, you fly under the radar. All right. Thanks for calling, brother. Appreciate it, man. Love you, man.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, he deleted all. It's just man. It's a rough world out here, man. Listen, this life is not. I don't want to say life is not easy. It can be. He says there's a low key comedian. Gareth MCO, great to see you, brother Gareth. I was looking for you. He says, the girl who talked to me on Snapchat a few weeks ago was playing games. I met this guy and now I'm good friends with him. Now, I met this guy and I'm good friends with him now, and she talks to him also. She said, Gareth, she knew she got caught. Yeah, Gareth, you understand, like, guys, there should be, I'm be honest, you should be talking to no women on Snapchat. For what? That's just passive non-sexual attention. Even if you like communicating with her, like, hey, what's up? That's passive non-sexual attention. You only want to give women attention when they're in front of you. Even if you got a girlfriend or whatever. Like my main chick, since we started this live stream 2 hours ago, she texted me she texted me 3 times. I'll text her whenever I feel like it. Probably when I take a dump or something like that. But she probably watch it. But what I'm trying to tell you is you gotta monitor, even if you got a girlfriend or a wife, your non-sexual attention. You gotta monitor that stuff. Because you truly only want to give a woman attention when she's in front of you. Now, I'm not saying you can, like, don't text a woman completely at all, but that stuff has to be earned. Because a lot of women, what they'll do is, what's funny, women love attention so much. My main chick, I guarantee she'll text me like 2 more times. Because just how female nature is, they know you're doing something, and they just can't help it, they need your attention. So I'm doing a live stream right now. She's most likely watching at home or wherever, and they need my attention is on you guys. That's what my attention is on, and she wants that so bad. So she'll text me boom 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 boom. It's like I just laugh like, and that's just the female. That's how they're all built. They need attention. So you have to ration it and not just focus on them like that. Because if you focus on them. Let's say my chick, every time she texts me, I'm texting like this. Oh yeah, so so yeah, good girls, they be playing games, man. And I'm texting my chicken. So yeah, about good girls, they ain't like they put on this mask and everything, and I pick up my phone again. You see what I'm saying? That's what females want you to do. They just want to be the center of your freaking attention. So, in order for your life to go smooth, and heck, this last stream, for example, you gotta just tune out females because they love to just be there. But if you do that, they get bored of you. Well, here's the thing, and I'll say this to Beloved Elephant. If a girl gets bored of me because I'm doing something productive in my life, that's the type of woman I don't want around. Like if she needs to go seek out attention because I'm busy on my purpose and I'll see you in a couple days, or I'll see you on Thursday in 4 days. If that makes you angry with me or bored or frustrated, then you shouldn't be, I don't want you around me. And if they do get bored, listen, if a woman can't find something to do, download a video game on an app, in an app store, do something, then she has to go. No, they get bored if you continue to text back and forth the way you are doing this. Oh yeah. They get, that's the thing about women. They get bored if you continue to reach out to them. And so Gareth MCL, the female that was on the Snapchat, guys, don't add no woman on your Snapchat or Instagram or nothing. Just don't, on Facebook, don't even do it. It's just passive non-sexual attention that they don't even deserve. No social media. What do you have my number. Here's my number, 630-618-7110. Let's get together and hang out. Oh, do you have Snapchat? No, I don't have Snapchat, even though I do. Oh, do you have Instagram? No, I don't got Instagram, even though I do. Hey, you got Facebook? Add me on Facebook. What's your name? Oh, no, I don't got Facebook. Hey, do you have, no, I don't have that. I have a cell phone. And women try to bait you in so you can talk to them on social media. I only talk to guys on Snapchat. I don't get my number out right away until I met you. No, don't worry about that, man. Because then you be texting her on Snapchat, messenger her, and then y'all would never meet. And you'll be stuck in that wormhole. Texting her, and y'all would never meet and hang out. With women, it's all about attention. Attention is like sex to us. Attention for them is like sex to us. That's why they want it so bad. That's why they try to give you different excuses not to see you. Oh, let's talk on here more. Let's do this. And you're like, bruh, let's just meet up. Oh, I'm busy. I don't know. I don't want a text, a Snapchat, Instagram. You're like, bruh. I had a woman a while back. It was real slick. These women try to get attention any way possible. You know what she did? She on an iPhone, you can play a game with someone. I didn't even know about it. It was like years ago. So she like sent me this bowling game, and it was like, okay, your turn. Y'all know what that is? I don't know. But it's like, okay, your turn. So I would like bowl one thing and a thing, and then she'll bowl one thing, and she'll be like, ha ha ha, I won that game, and she'll just be talking like it was a bait. I'm like, oh, that's a cool little game. And then it was a pool game. Yeah, game pigeon. There we go. It was game pigeon. There we go, Jared Taylor. So then she took me from like the bowling to the pool. I'm like, this pool game kind of fun. So then I noticed I was just being distracted majority of the day. You can play paintball too. See, that's how they get you. Then you plan the game with them, and then you texting them still, and boom, 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 boom. You're like, bro, this distracting me, man. You ain't accomplishing much. Once you follow Instagram models and women on Snapchat, you now have zero chance of getting them. They are getting your free attention. Exactly. Any woman, for that matter. Once you, my goodness, females funny. Yeah, they funny, man. They all these different ways of getting attention. Guys, get a live stream a thumbs up. Let's get to 350 likes. Big shout out to Benjamin Bees the second, or Benjamin Bess the second. He's a new patron. Guys, if you want to get on the Patreon, this most likely will stay up here, I believe, as long as it gets monetized. I'll put the Patreon link up. Make a woman a celebrity. She treats you like a fan. Tons of females got me like that with games. Yeah, they get you like that with games. Game pigeon. I'm like, oh. Say you. It's like, and I looked at it like, they was like, it's your turn. I'm like, oh, okay, my turn. Oh, that's fun. Dumb. Playing pool. It was another game she had me playing. It was like a bouncing game. I'm like, man, this fun. And then she like, you want to play another? Let's play. I know another game. And she just texted me and like, bruh. Then when I look back on it, I'm like, man, it's just a tension for nothing. We met up like a couple times, and she didn't even want to like smash. So I'm like, all that attention, like she didn't want to like hook up. She didn't want to come back to my place. I'm like, man, she be at you, man. Yeah. Happy Bird. What was that one bird game? A female had me playing. It was like Angry Birds. There we go. She had me playing Angry Birds. I'm like, oh, this is cool. If she keeps giving excuses not to meet up, smash, kick her to the curb. Battleships on Game Pigeon used to be lit low key. Was it Happy Bird or Angry Bird? Angry Birds or something like that? Ignoring their text delay response stimulates their emotions. Will think about you more. Yeah, it does. See, there's a study that was done. Y'all can look this up on Google or whatever. If a man replies back quicker to a woman, she views him less attractive. But if a woman replies back quicker to a man, he views her more attractive. Go look it up. I'm telling you. Go look it up. Everybody, after this live stream, check it out. Women find guys who reply back too fast as unattractive. It's a study that was done. Real talk. It's on Google. Women who reply. So if a woman reply back to me fast, oh, I view her as more attractive. And it's all about attention. Now, they didn't know like why it wasn't, but it was because it's for real. Go look it up on Google. I forgot what the article was called. I read all type of stuff. Oh, DHK, we forgot to give you a wrench, man. DHK is a moderator. Give him a hand clap. He's been in for a while, contributing, supporting, bringing the heat. consistent. Okay, it's on Google. I forgot what the article was called. Um, if a if a man replies to a woman via text like right away, what'll happen is she'll view him as like less attractive. But if a woman replies to me right away, I view her as more attractive. That's because, and in the article, they couldn't put a finger on it, but we all know in the manosphere and the red pill community, and understanding women that women want a guy who's mysterious. Women want a guy who's not reliable like that, who's there one day, gone the next. But the article couldn't articulate that. Yes, it's interesting, but you know, that's the female. That's how they are. That's how they operate. And I didn't create them, right? Yes, there's science to it. Now the article they couldn't articulate it how I'm telling you. There was like so we don't know why women do. So we were ahead of our time. I just read this like a month ago. If she responds fast, that's a sign of high interest, possibly. Yeah. So that's a sign of high interest for us because we don't see women like, oh, like we don't. As a man, I don't want a mysterious woman. That's like, but as a woman, she wants a mysterious man because she has to think about him for her attraction to grow. She has to think about him and wonder about him for her to fall in love. As a man, like it's a turnoff for a woman to not show up to a date. It's a turnoff for a woman to like go like 5-6 hours. I text you, hey, we still on for the night? And she wait a whole 5 hours or what, like just silly stuff. It's unattractive. You like, bruh, like, but women, they have a female's mind is literally everywhere. It's over here, it's over there. They think about so many stupid, silly things. Us men, we think about, okay, making money, building streams of income, going to the gym. We think about sports. We think about competing. We're not thinking about a woman being aloof. Because we have so much things that actually matter in life. Like if a girl, like, bro, I got stuff to do. I got a deadline over here. I got a video got to drop tomorrow at 1:30. You ain't hit me up. Dude, I literally have things to do. Right. Melova said, women like a challenge. Gareth MCL says, always focus on yourself and not females. Thanks for the advice, bro. You helped me have the courage to remove the toxic friends, females from my life. I'm glad I know the games that they play at my age. Thank you, Gareth MCL, for contributing. I'm glad I could help. That's all I want to do for you guys. Help you guys and open your eyes so you can live a more fulfilling, better life with or without women. Some guys, they say, you know what, I'm not dealing with women for a couple years. Then they have to recharge and get the good information, and then they get back out there in the field. So you can do it either way, however you want to do it. Some guys just say, I'm totally done with females. Some guys, they need a few months or a few years to recharge, get their bearings right before they get out in the field. But I'm here to help you along your path as a man because we only live one life. And I want you to get the most out of whatever life you want to live. Because one day we all going to die. One day we're all going to be under the ground, or some guys might die somewhere else, but you should want to live a happy life. Majority of people still want us to believe that men and women are equals when they're clearly not. No, we're not. But they want women to be equal, but they don't want women to have the responsibility that us men have. We have a great responsibility. And on top of that, women want to be men. It's just disgusting. Like, I was telling my chick a few days ago, I was like, listen, all you have to do is be a lady Well, not her. I was telling like, just females in general. I said, just think about this. How easy women have it. All they have to do is stay in shape, give a guy sex, and they still getting pleased off sex, and give a guy silence. That's it. Think of that, guys. Us men, we're so low maintenance. Just give us peace, give us sex, and stay in shape. Just go walk 5 miles a day. That's not hard. Think of that, guys. Think of that. That's insane, isn't it? A woman can't even stay in shape. She can't, not all women. Most women can't stay in shape. They ain't trying to work on their appearance. They're trying to ration you sex, and then they trying to bring you hell and chaos. It's like, bruh, it's not hard. Do y'all females want to switch places with me? You want to get out in the field and grind? You want to get out here and compete against men who are hungry, just like me? You got men who trying to provide for their kids, their family, their people. Dude, listen, you ladies want to get out here and hunt with other dudes who trying to hunt? No, y'all females ain't trying to do that. Y'all trying to sit in y'all little cubicle and push paper. Darius, I am 58 years old. I'm 58, and most women in my age range are overweight and broke. Yeah, man. Retired 2019. It's crazy. Most women, they like, a lot of guys think that women are going to get more submissive if they get older. There are some women who be like, you'll meet a woman, like, I'm 32 years old. If I meet a woman who's 35, she'll most likely play that submissive role. Like she's ready to be submissive. But deep down, she's not like that. She's just playing like that because she's trying to get some resources and protection. So y'all be on the lookout for those women who are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. They'll like come to you like, yeah, I'm submissive, and you just want most of those women just want your resources. They want your protection. They want your provisions. And they want to live a good life. But deep down, like if you tell them no, they'll snap back like, and they'll go back to their strong, independent diva sort of lifestyle. You're like, I thought you were submissive. What? Then she talking back to you. Nah. You're like, oh yeah. So this is why you go back. This is why you 35 years old and single. This is why you 55, 45 years old and single. This why. So y'all gotta be on the lookout for those chicks who be on that, oh yeah, I'm submissive, cooperative. Yeah, I'm all this God-fearing stuff. Man, forget your God, man. Is your God gonna rub my feet? Is your God gonna wash my clothes and fold my laundry? Is your God gonna rub my back? Is your God gonna come down here and make my food? Your God ain't gonna do that for me right now. So I don't care. I personally, I don't care who you pray to. So you gotta watch out for these chicks who talking about I'm a God-fearing woman. Get out of here, man. 3 S's: sex, silence, and sandwiches. The reason why they bring God into relationships is because they're trying to sell you purity. They're trying to sell you, hey, I'm a good girl. I had a hard time. I've been studying. I've been going to school for the past 10 years. But really, they were sleeping around and hooking up with a lot of guys. That's why they try to sell you, oh, I'm a God-fearing woman. I'm not like that. Yeah, you are. You're a freak. Shout out to Gareth MCL. Thank you for contributing. He says, good stream, bro. I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you, Gareth. Love you, man. Guys, give the last stream a thumbs up. Let's get to 350 plus likes. If you haven't liked the last stream, if you appreciate what I do, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Big shout out to How to Do. Jared Taylor says, women are depressed when they are single but don't know how to keep men around because they are not submissive. They are masculine and don't know how to keep a guy. It's true. Ladies, if you want to keep a guy shut up, do what he says. Sex, silence, and submission. That is so easy, ladies. Ladies, I'm telling you. What's messed up about a lot of guys like, listen, you don't even got to go to the gym. Could you just give me some sex and peace? Me, listen, you got to get in the gym, so I want the sex, silence, and submission, and the cardio. I ain't walking around with no lazy. But most guys on this planet, it's sad as it is, guys, most men just want sex and silence. Just give me some sex and just please don't nag me. Y'all ladies can't do that. You deserve to be alone and bitter and depressed. Literally, you deserve that. All right. Other than that, guys, love you, man. This live stream should stay up. It's monetized. If it's not, y'all know it's gonna go to Patreon. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure everybody gives it a thumbs up. We had a lot of guys supporting coming in. We're gonna go live for sure on Tuesday. And again, make sure everybody subscribed. This channel, Darrison channel, and other than that, big shout out to Mr. Zether PB. Just to thank you. Been going to the gym minimum 3 times a week. Went to the dermatologist. Great to see you, brother. I'm glad you guys are progressing. This is what I like to hear, man. Guys who are taking care of themselves, treating themselves, doing things that's going to make themselves feel good. Dermatologists, ophthalmologists, dentists. Because when you look good, above all, you feel good. All right? We out of here.